How sweet to be an idiot.
Yep, Charlemagne the God.
Andrew Schultz.
We're back. Another brilliant idiots podcast.
Yeah.
You know, we took last week off because I had vacation from the Breakfast Club, so I had to go recharge my batteries.
How was your vacation, man?
It was beautiful, man. I went to this beautiful island. It's called Anguilla. If you ever get the chance to go to the island of Anguilla, do it for yourself.
Okay.
No place like it on earth.
Why is that?
Because the people pride themselves on being as peaceful as possible, as happy as possible. They stop for animals in the road. They're just very hospitable, and just the ambiance of the island is like amazing. Like every picture I posted on Instagram didn't have not one filter. That water was really that blue.
Gotcha.
The sky was really that blue. It's just go to Anguilla. That's all I can tell you.
Where is Anguilla? I don't even know where that shit is.
You fly into St. Martin, and you can fly in from Puerto Rico or St. Martin, but you fly into St. Martin and take a boat over. The boat ride like 20 minutes.
You can't even fly to Anguilla.
I mean, they got an airport, but you just got to be really balling to fly in private. Like the ballers fly in private, like the Michael Jordans and Denzel Washingtons of the world. Gotcha. Bill Cosby owns a house there. Queen Latifah's got a villa there. Like it's amazing, man.
All right.
So yeah, my batteries are recharged. We're back. Thank you for everybody that has been subscribing and ranking us on iTunes.
Thank you for everybody that watched the Sneakerheads video. That was huge.
Sneakerheads video was pretty good.
That was that was a big
great
success.
idea from Andrew Schultz.
Hey man, thank you.
I didn't know what the fuck he was trying to accomplish with the Sneakerhead video. I was just doing it because he's my homeboy.
I appreciate it.
And I didn't get it until like we were actually doing it. I was like, oh, I get it.
And you were telling me, I just explained this whole thing to you, and then you were telling me basically what I told you while we were filming it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We were like, yeah, it would be funny if we were just cleaning off the shoes. I was like, Charlamagne, what were you doing when I was explaining this whole fucking sketch to you an hour ago at the house?
I get it. It was good. It was dope. It was dope.
Yeah.
But we're back. So what the fuck's going on, man?
Well, lots going on, man. First of all, thank you for checking out the videos. We got more videos out. Me and Joe Vesey just put a video out about the NBA Ball is Life campaign, so make sure you check that out. YouTube.com/the Andrew Schultz.
I mean, we've been gone for a whole week, so so much things I want to
A lot of things happening, man.
I first of all, I want to talk about what you want to say? You want to start with Opie and Anthony?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, Anthony got fired.
Anthony got fired. Opie and Anthony, for all of you that do not know, are
you think people don't know who Opie and Anthony
are? I really don't. I don't think a lot of people know who they are. I think they have a niche following, and then outside of that, they are just nobody knows who the fuck they are.
They're two shock jock radio personalities.
Yes.
People like to use the term shock jock with me, but I'm not a shock jock. Opie and Anthony are definitely shock jock. Opie and Anthony.
But what do you mean by shock jock? Like they
do things for shock value.
Yeah, like they said that the mayor died or some shit like that,
which was a lie, but it was a joke. Like that was the type of prank I wouldn't play with somebody like that because somebody's family could be listening, whatever.
Yeah.
They did another prank one time where they had a couple fuck in a cathedral.
Okay.
Yeah, that is shock, ladies and gentlemen.
There'll be no couples fucking in cathedrals. Little boys.
Yeah.
you could get fucked if you're a little boy, but there will be no consensual sex in cathedrals.
But they were on Sirius XM, and Anthony recently got fired because of a rant he put on Twitter. He was talking about a black girl punched him in the face, and
so he was taking a picture in Times Square. He claims he's just taking a picture of Times Square.
Okay.
And this black chick walks into the frame. Shut the fuck up.
That happens all the time.
First of all, what?
It happens all the time.
Why would you take a picture of Times Square? You work in Times Square. You're there every single day.
People say we mention this guy every podcast, but it's true. Have you ever seen Little Duval's Instagram?
Yeah.
When he comes, he takes pictures of Times Square every day.
Yeah,
I know people from New York.
He don't work in Times Square every day.
No,
it's different.
I know people from New York who take pictures of Times Square and be like, I love my city. Or I love this city.
People who work in Times Square?
Yes.
How many of our friends that work at MTV, you see them go out there and take a picture with fucking Pikachu every single day?
Williams.
Tiffany does not take pictures. She does not. You're making this up right now.
She takes pictures of Times Square all the time.
Okay, fair. I'm going to give him that. I don't think that's some bullshit. I think he was taking a picture of this chick. She noticed. She got upset. Basically what happens
He was trying to be funny, probably.
Oh, yeah, I think he was trying to clown his chick or something like that.
Yeah.
He takes the picture. She notices it. She comes and attacks him.
Yeah.
Right?
Fuck you taking my picture for, white boy?
I don't even know if it was racial. Was it racial? You just assuming that this is an angry black woman. There's Charlamagne's prejudice coming out right there.
What the fuck are you taking my picture for?
Why couldn't she said it really sweet?
You right.
Why are you taking my picture,
are you taking
sir?
My picture?
And then he
Okay.
was like, "Listen, you black bitch, I'm gonna take your fucking picture, and
stole on his
after
ass.
I'm done, you're gonna fry us up some chicken." That's
my
the
God.
like,
Now,
what
that's
if that's
racist.
what if that happened though?
I thank God that we can't get fired from this podcast. 'Cause that was very racist.
It was hypothetical. I'm saying this is what maybe he said.
Oh, okay, got you.
You see what I'm
got
saying?
you.
I'm not
All
saying
right.
this is coming from me.
Got you.
I'm
Okay.
I'm
with
saying
you.
him.
I'm following you.
Okay, so he says it. Then what happens? I don't know exactly what he said. I've been looking for it and I couldn't find it.
Okay, he said something to the effect of
Tweeted.
He tweeted, "If I had my gun, or I had my gun on me, and I should have used it." And listen. Long story short, he went on his Twitter rant. And he said that black people. He said they are savage animals.
Yeah.
And they fired him.
And so SiriusXM
I
fired
want
him.
to misquote him. Let me pull up his goddamn tweets. Hold on one second.
So basically, SiriusXM fires him, and everybody's making a big deal out of it, and he jumps to freedom of speech.
Listen, you can have freedom of speech all the fuck you want. But you know what happens when you got freedom of speech? People have the freedom to be offended. And if you work for them, they have the freedom to fire your ass as well.
Absolutely.
I don't know where people get off with this freedom of speech shit. You can freedom of speech. Not only do you have the right to freedom of speech, I have the right to tell you that what you just said is bullshit.
Yeah, because you have the freedom of speech. Here's another thing I don't get. Freedom of speech, all that does is allow you to speak as an American.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
It doesn't give you anything else. You have freedom of speech, so you can speak. It doesn't mean that you can go into the water cooler at work and just, scream the N-word and just scream all these
Exactly.
other things and say, hey, freedom of speech. Obviously, you're allowed to be an American still if you say things that are wrong. You have that right. You can't go to jail for saying these things, but you're not going to... I just think people jump to this freedom of speech shit so quickly. Anytime they get in trouble, they hide behind it.
Oh, he called the black woman. He said, this was an animal.
Mm-hmm.
I should have smashed its face.
It's wow. It's he didn't even say her.
So yeah,
It's
so it was this racist and sexist language basically, and he got fired for it. Look, man, the moral of the story is you can have freedom of speech. I exercise my freedom of speech all day, but I understand that freedom of speech comes with a cost, and that cost is somebody could get offended. And 48 Laws of Power teaches you all the time: don't offend the wrong person.
Yeah.
So it's cool. Say what the fuck you want to say, but when somebody gets offended by it,
Don't be shocked.
don't be shocked.
First of all, you meant to offend this person.
And what if your boss likes fucking black women? Even if you got a white boss, he could be married to a black woman. His mother could be a black woman.
Or he could be a white person that doesn't believe in calling black people it.
Very true.
I don't think you need to fuck a black chick
Very
to be
true.
able to go, hey, you know what? Black people are people too.
All right, but you know what?
They're not
Hey,
savages.
On another note, he could have said it, even just on some feminine shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have been referring to a woman as an it. It didn't even have to be black.
Oh,
you know
so
what I'm
it's
saying?
yeah. We're just assuming that by savage he was he was referring to black people. That's our prejudice. What if he just came out like, no, this had nothing to do with her black, is that she's a woman and I think they're all savages.
Listen, man, it depends. In reference to what black person you're talking about, I have no problem.
Explain.
Using the word savages.
Well, see, that's the thing. This is what he did. He said they are savages. All he had to do was say this.
She.
That's all you had to
She
do.
was a savage. Because nobody gets mad when you say that black people in Chicago are savages. When you say, no.
Shit, I'm going to Chicago, dude. I'm
Fuck,
getting nervous
why?
already. No, it's
Your life's going too good right now for you to be in Chicago.
I know, I'm going to the suburbs, but still, man, I don't.
Do you know 82 people were shot and 14 people were killed this weekend?
Yeah.
You know what pissed me off
I
about
tweeted that? I tweeted it. I tweeted that with, we'll be there. Carly Aquilino and Andrew Schultz will be performing at the Schonberg Improv.
Listen, I guarantee you Carmelo was considering going to Chicago until he heard that shit this fucking weekend.
Carmelo knew exactly what the fuck was going on.
What?
That people are getting killed in Chicago. Who doesn't know? And why?
No, so I think some people don't know. Remember in Boys in the Hood when Ice Cube said either they don't know, don't show, or don't know what the fuck is going on in the hood? I can't fathom that shit like that is going on in America all the time and nobody intervenes. I don't believe people really know like that.
I think people know because in Boys in the Hood they didn't have social media.
That's very true.
And
too.
now they got social media, and these kids are tweeting out that they're just killing motherfuckers. Yo, I was on the news today.
This was out.
Putting out booking information. You see me on Fox News,
Yeah.
NBC News,
absolutely
as
right.
that dude murdering people in Chicago. I'm available for parties.
It pisses me off that there's not more outrage about what happens in Chicago. And the reason I say that is because, and I don't like playing the race card, but it is what it is. When you see somebody like the George Zimmerman situation, or the what was the guy named Jordan Davis? I don't even remember now. that situation. Whenever a young black male is killed by someone of another race in this country, it's World War III amongst our people. Specifically white. It's World War III amongst our people.
Yeah.
Chicago, 82 people get shot, 40 people get killed, and it's like, yeah, but LeBron might be going back to the Cavs, though. You know what I'm saying? That shit didn't even trend. Carmelo, yeah, bring that Chipotle in here. Carmelo denied. What was it? What was the trending topic on Twitter this weekend?
Did Carmelo deny that he was linking up with LeBron?
No, it was a hashtag before Melo decides.
Okay.
Or some shit like that. Whatever. Yeah. Bullshit like that will trend, but Chicago won't. Nothing about Chicago. Nobody. I saw it on O'Reilly Factor last night. He always addresses it. But I'm talking about amongst us, our community. Nobody makes it a big deal.
It's interesting. Why is it?
It
doesn't sell ads. When black people kill black people, it doesn't sell ads.
Not only does it not sell ads, we're desensitized to black people killing black people.
Is that it?
Absolutely.
I don't know if that's it, because we love when black people attack each other on a football field. Do you know what I mean? Nothing sells more ads.
Totally
than,
fucking different.
But agreed, it's different. But it's like why is it that we don't give a fuck that black people are killing black people in Chicago?
I have
it is
no
so weird.
Goddamn idea.
And why isn't Chicago doing anything?
I don't know, man.
You know what they did in Brooklyn? They just started putting up those towers. Have you seen those police towers? They're like, it's like it looks like a slinky kind of, and it stretches up and goes like 20 feet up in the air.
Yeah.
They just started putting those on all the bad areas in Brooklyn.
You know what else pissed me off? I lost my train of thought. Oh, Bill O'Reilly said this week, he goes,
you do a good job of pretending like you're listening and then just not listening.
I heard you. You said the fucking towers.
But I'm saying, why don't they do that in Chicago? Why aren't they at least put a fucking police car somewhere?
Oh, you talking about the police. This made me think about it. The police, they said, was responsible for eight people got shot, a couple fatalities because of the police.
Okay.
But the police were like, we're going to, report on this shit. We're pulling up on these scenes. Dudes are pulling guns on us. What the fuck are we supposed to do? It was people on Twitter hitting me up saying, yeah, but what about the police? You talking about, 82 of us got shot, but what about the fucking police who killed 2 of us and shot 8 of us?
Stop shooting the fucking police.
Who gives a fuck? What do you think the police are going to do?
Just come in.
Hold on. You want me to have sympathy for you now, Chicago? All of a sudden, you're the victim. Chicago's the fucking victim now? Get the fuck out of here, yo.
Oh, God.
It just bothers me, man. It really bothers me that we care more. I feel like sometimes some of us hate white people more than we love each other.
Sure, hate is way easier than love.
Think about it.
Hate is just an easy emotion.
Think about it. You'd rather hate George Zimmerman than love your own people enough to be just as outraged when you hear 14 people got killed, 82 of us got shot.
What's easier?
Hate.
Way easier.
You know why? Because love requires actual action.
And it requires work.
Love requires work.
Love is hard.
Love requires me to go to Chicago and speak at schools.
Why do you call it Chicago like you're Mexican all of a sudden?
Because I got my fucking Chipotle over there.
That's what
Greg, can you bring the Chipotle over there?
That's how much he wants Chipotle that you start calling Chicago. There was 60 murders in Chicago.
My homegirl, her name is, I call her Principal Shells. Her name's Shelly. She's superintendent of schools in Chicago. She's like, Charlemagne, why won't you come speak at the schools in Chicago? And I've been giving her the runaround like, I'm going to be here this week and I'm busy. I told her straight up this week, I'm scared. I'm fucking scared. That's why I don't understand why you're going.
I'm going, but I'm going to the suburbs, man.
You're going where the white people are.
I mean, I'm going to where the rich people are. So if they're white, they're black, they're whatever they are.
Hey,
Chicago Bulls probably live out there.
Listen, no disrespect, because I love this establishment where we record this podcast in. The guy bought me no fork. How do you go to Chipotle and don't bring back a fork? And he bought you syrup and you didn't even fucking order no pancakes.
That was a weird choice. Syrup. Raul, where you at, bro? Raul, what the fuck?
Yo, somebody tell Raul bring me a fork.
Shout out to Raul who drinks coffee with syrup in it.
And eats his Chipotle with his fingers. Clearly.
Real Mexican style.
Right. Okay. Now, also, what happened this week?
All right.
Wale. I don't know if y'all know who Wale is. He's a rapper who signed with MMG. His label mate, and I thought friend, Meek Mills, who's also signed to MMG.
And a straw, please.
Meek Mill released his album release date on Monday.
Yeah.
And he said that the album comes out sometime in September. The very next day, he flips on Wale Because Wale didn't tweet his album. Didn't tweet his album
These
release
rappers
date.
are so sensitive. You know who always tells me this? Duval.
Absolutely.
Duval always says, because I find it hilarious because he makes fun of these people that he knows on Twitter, right? So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is hysterical to me because you hang out with these people and he's just ripping them. And he goes, you know, they'll like call me and say, hey man, why are you saying all this mean stuff about me, etc. So fucking sensitive.
Absolutely. Do you know, like Khaled, right? I gave Khaled Donkey of the Day after he jinxed the Miami Heat this year when he got on First Take. When he got on First Take after the Heat won Game 2, and he was like, the Heat aren't going to win. I mean, the Spurs aren't going to win any more games. We're going to win Game 3. We're going to win Game 4. Then we're going to go back to San Antonio and win Game 5. He was absolutely right.
Nope.
He was right in he was right in how the games went. He just picked the wrong team. So I gave him Donkey of the Day for it. Said he jinxed the Heat. Do you know he had a fit?
What did he do? He called
And
you?
I was in Miami that weekend. I need to talk to Charlamagne. I need to talk to Charlamagne. So me and him had a conversation about it.
Oh,
We had
live or on the phone?
No, it was in person.
Yeah.
In person. But it's like, yo, you can't be sensitive because you got Donkey today because you said that stupid shit. First of all, anybody that knows basketball knows there's no way in hell the Miami Heat were going to win 3 games in a row against the Spurs. Did I expect the Spurs to win 3 games in a row? No. But I didn't expect Miami to win 3 games in a row either.
I respect you as a fan. That's what you got to say if you're a fan. And if you're a fan, you love your team, you say, we're going to win the next 3 games. If my team is down 3 games to 0, I'm going to say we're coming back. We're going to win these next 4 games. That's fine. But you got to respect. It's okay for you to call him Donkey today. Like,
absolutely.
Stop being a baby. Like,
he said that, though. He's like, I understand you got to do your job, but I'm just saying, that's I understand, but.
But.
Yeah.
The but is, this is the thing with that Meek Mill shit, right? He said, he tweeted out, I remember the exact tweet.
Fuck, why are you going to be more prepared with these
No, but he
tweets?
tweeted out, he goes, his shit was so funny. He goes, Wale didn't do nothing, didn't tweet or didn't promote my thing at all, right?
Hold on, let me pull him up. I mean, it don't fucking matter.
Look.
It's all nigger nonsense.
Listen, first of all, Meek Mills is acting like a high school girl.
Yeah.
What do high school girls say? The exact same shit, right?
Yeah.
He didn't want to hang out. He didn't want to hang out with me.
Hold on, I'm going to read you the tweet. Hold on. I want to read the tweet to the people. Okay, Wale just ain't going to tweet a thing about my album. He's been hating on me long time now. Don't even text me, cornball. This is my thing, right? You just announced your album release date on Monday.
Let me see this.
Right? If you go look at Wale's timeline, he hadn't tweeted since Thursday. He just ain't been on Twitter.
You are the fucking Twitter detective over here. This is holy shit. How you look at his fucking timeline?
Because I went to go look. And not only that,
listen, Wale's too busy fucking bitches that paint and do yoga. All right? He don't have time for you.
The way he replied was amazing.
I thought his reply was so corny, but let me first acknowledge what he said here. He goes, Wale just ain't gonna tweet a thing about my album. He been hating on me. Long time now. Don't even text me, cornball. You not MMG. Okay.
Which was corny within itself.
Let me tell you why this is so corny. All right. This is what high school girls do. They go. All he's saying right here is you don't even like me. That's all he's saying is you don't even like me. And then he's saying you not MMG. That's the same as these high school girls going. You can't sit with us.
You can't sit with us.
You can't sit with us. Why are you crying like a little girl because a grown man didn't tweet out your fucking thing? You know how many of our friends didn't tweet out the Sneakerhead sketch?
Absolutely. I didn't get mad at them.
I understand. It is what it is. You don't have to. The ones that did, I appreciate so much. But you know how many comedians that I know didn't tweet it out?
Let me tell you something else. When you're allegedly a friend with a person, right? Mm-hmm. And then you and that person have a slight falling out, and that person's talking shit about you, that's how he always felt about you. Mm-hmm. Meek didn't think Wale was a cornball because Wale didn't tweet out his album. Meek has always thought Wale was a cornball.
I think not only did he always think he's a cornball, I think Meek is insecure. And I think when you're insecure and you feel people don't like you, like Wale might be the type of dude who's laid back and doesn't give you a lot of credit.
Wale's the type of guy that if everybody say they going to the club,
he ain't going to the club.
He's not going.
But this is okay.
So people can take that as being antisocial.
He don't like me.
You don't like me, exactly.
But if you're insecure, you take it as that. Mm-hmm. Right? So if you're insecure, like a lot of entertainers are, you know what I'm saying? Of course they want love. That's why they're out there on the stage hoping people scream their name because they need some love.
Absolutely.
Right? I can relate. I'm a fucking stand-up comedian. I know what this shit is like. But if you think he doesn't like you initially and then that shit happens, it just confirms those insecurities that you got.
This is my thing. As I sit here and eat this Chipotle, it's so amazing.
He's really eating a bowl of fucking Chipotle while we do this podcast.
Listen, can you be friends with a person?
He can barely pronounce subscribe with no food in his mouth. How the fuck are you going to pronounce subscribe when you got lettuce, corn, and fucking...
Steak and chicken.
Oh, okay.
Can you be friends with a person after they air you out on social media?
Shit, you think LeBron's going to go to the Cavs after he got aired out by Dan Gilbert?
Let's be clear. There are no permanent enemies or friends when it comes to business.
Well, this is business. True or false?
Not really. They're supposed to be friends. Like
I
me
mean,
and Wale
they're
supposed to
rap
be friends.
friends, dog. I don't think Wale hangs out with black people.
Listen, this is the
Come on, Wale don't have any black friends, bro.
Dan Gilbert. Listen, I'm gonna tell you the difference between Dan Gilbert and Meek Mill. Dan Gilbert bugged the fuck out, but Dan Gilbert can give LeBron James $100 million,
And me can't get
Meek can't. No, there's no. I don't want a fucking verse. Yeah, I'll forgive you. I'll forgive you. Pay me $100 million.
That's interesting.
I'll definitely pay if you give me $100 million. Oh shit.
No, I see that. I thought that what's his face's response was so corny. Wale's response was so corny because Wale's one of these dudes that thinks he's so fucking unique. He thinks he's so different. Like he was saying all this shit in his response.
He is different in the rap world.
No, he's different in the rap world, but you're only different because.
But that's all he compared it to. He was just comparing it to him and every other member of MMG.
This is what he's saying. He goes, "I'm different. I play Zelda, motherfucker. That is the highest grossing video game of all time."
But he was saying in reference to his crew. MMG, think about it. Rick Ross.
I'm different. I like sneakers. Like nobody. Of course, we like sneakers.
Look at MMG crew. Rick Ross, Meek Mill, Gunplay. Wale ain't nothing like those guys.
Yeah, but you don't think Wale thinks that he's different? You think he's just a different guy?
Nah,
That's what I got from that.
No, Wale's actually a good dude. He's a genuinely good dude. So is Meek. I just don't like to see Meek's behavior when it comes to his so-called people, because he did it to his former artist Louis V. Gutter. He does it to his baby mom. It's like, dog, after a while you gotta look in the mirror and say, man, maybe it's me.
Not only maybe it's me, you have to realize you have responsibility. That's why the fucking Anthony Cumia shit bothered me. That's why he deserved to be fired. Right?
Okay.
Same reason why Meek deserves, Donkey of the Day or some shit for this. Because you're being irresponsible.
You're being irresponsible.
You don't have the responsibility of somebody that is required to have in that position.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're in that position, a position of power, a position where people look up to you and they see the way you move and there's a lot of money on the line for the way you act, like Anthony Cumia or what is this? Anthony Cumia? Opie and Anthony.
Anthony from Opie and
Anthony from Opie and Anthony. You have a lot of responsibility. You got to know better that when you're heated at one black chick that you don't come out and attack the black community. You got to know better than to do that.
Well, he's not a black chick. I mean, I know people say he looks like Whoopi Goldberg, but he's not a black chick. But my thing is like, how about don't move off emotion, move off strategy?
They're not responsible enough. That's my point. Is like they just get this fucking thing going, and then like today, I had a moment of irresponsibility. This chick didn't let me take my carry-on onto the thing, and I tweeted immediately.
Onto the what?
Onto the fucking plane. It's a carry-on bag. I bought the shit to be a carry-on.
You was on a plane this morning? Oh, you flew back
I flew back from Montreal.
Okay.
Yeah. So and she didn't let me on the fucking plane with it. She picked me out. I'm just sitting there.
White guy got picked out of a lineup.
Exactly.
Holy shit, what is the world coming to?
Hey, well, this is Canada. I am the black guy.
Okay.
My crooked hat makes me
Gotcha.
the black dude. So, and she just picked me out. She said, "Oh, you're gonna have to check that bag." I tried to put in that fucking luggage thing that you stuff in that never fits. She made me check my bag.
Why do we do that? We know our shit is too small for it, but we still try to stuff it in.
I took my sandals out. I tried to bend the wheels a bit. I was trying to get in there just to prove a point to this fucking. And I tweeted. I was like, listen, I don't like to use the word cunt a lot, but if you tell me I have to check my luggage, you're a cunt. That's what I said.
Do you know cunt is a #1 seed when it comes to offensive words?
It's the #1 what?
It's a #1 seed when it comes to offensive words.
A #1 seed.
Yes, it's 4 #1 seeds.
It's a lottery pick.
It's absolutely. Okay. If this was the NCAA tournament, cunt would be a #1 seed.
Okay.
The N word would be a #1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
The F word used in reference to homosexuals would be a #1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
And a fourth word that has to do with Jewish people that I would never ever even think of saying.
The K word. I don't even know what letter it starts with.
Those are the #1 seeds.
Let me tell you, just in what you said, you just proved that it's not a #1 seed. The fact that you pronounced cunt and wouldn't even say more than the first letter of the rest of them.
No, I'm trying not to say the N word no more. That's why I didn't say the N-word.
But my point is, that's my point.
I didn't even know cunt was offensive until I heard somebody
What
call
did you think
someone
it
a
was?
cunt.
You thought it was a compliment?
It's pussy.
My
First
little
of all,
cunt? Yeah, my little cunty cunt.
You know why I don't call guys pussy? Why would I call you something that I love? If I don't like you, why would I refer to you as something that I love? That's why I never call guys pussies.
Yeah,
why would
but
I call them a cunt?
But for that same reason, it's a derogatory term.
I need to sit down with a girl and ask her why is cunt a derogatory term.
I've just told you.
Because of a pussy?
You're using a part of her body as an insult. So you're implying that a pussy, there is something wrong with that.
It's because I say cunt. Now, if I had an adjective and say you stink cunt, you filthy cunt,
That
you
actually
yeast-infected cunt.
that actually is less offensive because it's not implying there's something wrong with a pussy, but the fact that when the pussy is stinky, there's some shit wrong with it. But that's why it's offensive. When you call someone a pussy, or when you call someone, a girl, stop acting like a girl. What you're doing is implying that being a girl or being a pussy is lesser, and that's where the offense comes. I had this whole talk with my girl about this shit, and I was like, oh, that's a good point.
I would never, even with the word cunt, why does that bother you? I think it bothers people because they don't know how to react to it. If somebody calls you a stink cunt, right? You'd be like, my cunt ain't stink. But when somebody just says cunt, what the fuck am I supposed to say? What the fuck you mean cunt?
So what you're supposed to say to him, you got to stank cunt back.
Yes. I don't know. What do you? I don't even,
Look,
I didn't know cunt was such a bad word. I had no idea until somebody told me.
But do you understand? First of all, it's the culture of it. We just accept that it's a bad word. It's a bad word. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's just one. Now, once it's a bad word, like the N word. The N word started. It comes from a Portuguese word for black, which is literally pronounced almost the exact same way, neger, and that just means black. That's all it means.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm just saying that's where the word comes from. That's the derivative of the word. So the fact that we use that now, it has its own term, and now it has its own meaning.
That didn't sound like that didn't sound like the N word that they use here in America. Whatever you said just now.
Yeah, I mean the accent.
That just sounded like a sneaker or a nice dress.
A nice dress.
What did you say?
Niger.
Oh yeah, that sounds like some shit you buy on Fifth Avenue in New York City.
So that's all you need. If you want to not sound racist, throw on that Portuguese accent. You're good to go.
I just say N word.
Okay.
You know what I do say? I say fucking savage animals, like Anthony.
And then you lose your job. You don't think you would lose your job?
I'm black. I can shit on black people all day long.
I don't think you could.
Listen, I can shit on. Let me chew my food. This Chipotle so good.
You were really eating that like a savage animal right now. I just want to say
this is the other thing I say too, and it's funny because I always say this about us as a culture.
Yeah.
Black people will go to war with each other all day long, but we'll never go to war with another race. We just won't do it. We attack each other. We'll rob each other. We don't do that as much to others as we do to ourselves. Now people will say it's because of environment and we're around each other the most. Yada yada yada. I don't even believe that. Because truthfully speaking, if you're from the hood, right, and you wanted to make some money, why you gonna rob somebody just as poor as you? Where would you go? I go to that rich fucking neighborhood you talking about being in Chicago this weekend and go stick them up.
Yeah, but you don't leave your neighborhood because you're intimidated.
You're not. I know I can get away with this shit here, but I'm not leaving this neighborhood and going over there in that rich white neighborhood
because it's
and trying
intimidating.
to rob nobody. Absolutely.
But that's different than wanting to shit on each other.
No,
it's just I know people that won't leave Brooklyn. They literally scared to leave Brooklyn and come into Manhattan.
But I'm saying all that to say, we will speak out about us and call each other N-words and say that we're ignorant and we're this and we're that, but we will never say that about another race. We'll call each other derogatory things all day, like racial slurs.
Call white people that. People call white people that all day. What race doesn't call white people?
No, but
white devils, white piece of shit, cracker, honky.
Yeah, but we don't do it to y'all like we do it to each other. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, sure.
And y'all don't do it to each other.
We don't do it to each other.
We don't respect ourselves enough to garner respect.
But we
from
do
other
it.
people.
We do it based on class. White people operate based on class.
Okay.
Amongst each other. You know what I mean? So there's like the elite white people who, look down on a guy like me who maybe speaks with some slang and shit like that. They see that as uneducated,
But I think sometimes.
And then me, I might look down on some hillbilly motherfucker with no teeth fucking his
But that
sister.
hillbilly motherfucker will look down on a black person.
That's the beauty of racism.
Simply because of the color of their skin.
But think about that. That's why racism lives. Think like it's easy. What did we just talk about?
Okay.
It's easy. Right? If racism,
it's easy to hate.
It's just easy. No, it's like I want to be better. What is the easiest way for me to be better?
To make somebody else feel bad? What?
If you're worse than me, then automatically I'm better.
You're better, okay.
So
Gotcha.
if I'm a hillbilly with, why do you think they're the most racist? If you're a hillbilly with 2 fucking teeth, you fuck your sister, right? Mm-hmm. But you're white, you know you're a piece of shit. You fuck your sister. You know what I mean?
But you better than this black guy.
But you are holding on to that racism because that makes you better than a black dude.
That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I understand why those guys are racist because that's all they fucking have.
That makes sense.
I understand why those guys love America more than fucking anything in the world because that makes them better than some other shit.
That makes sense.
When deep down they know that they're fucking their sister.
You know what's crazy?
You know what I mean?
That makes perfect sense. Even with comedians, right? Like a black comedian will joke about everything that's going on in the black community, and we'll get away with it because there's no organizations that'll chastise us for it. Plus, we're like, oh, he's black, he can get away with it. He won't do that. He won't make jokes about any other culture nowadays.
Nah, that's not true.
What? You're not gonna make fun about no, I'm not gonna say any other culture. You're not gonna do it with the gays.
No, you're
not gonna do it with the homosexual community.
The jokes are about white culture.
You're not gonna do it with Jewish people. You can do it with regular white culture. You can make fun of hillbillies.
No, and you do any oppressor. The joke is always about the oppressor. You know what I mean? But you're not gonna make fun of maybe another oppressed group.
You said something to me that was real one day. You said if a white guy does blackface or something, everybody gets upset. But black guys have been imitating white people for years, and nobody says anything.
What I said?
You told me that one time.
But they've been imitating us?
Like, with jokes, like, hey, with the whiny on stereotype.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, hi, my name's Billy. And
yeah.
And I get it.
But it's a function of, like, who's the oppressor? I guess white people, we're the oppressor. And this is not all white people. It's not like white people come together. I've never had a meeting where white people told me, hey, we're going to keep these blacks down.
Okay.
I'm not part of that fucking group. Maybe there is that elite-ass group of white people that do that shit.
I need to meet them.
Fuck. I need to meet them.
Somebody just record it and put it on World Star so I can be like, holy shit, it is some real shit going on out here. Maybe I need to reconsider this Illuminati
I
shit.
want to meet him because I'm dealing with all this bullshit. I feel like Mike Tyson, when he said, I wish I did rape her because then I would have gone to jail for something. I'm dealing with all this bullshit because of these fucking 10 white dudes that hang out in a room in some secret Walmart or some shit and decide the fates of all the races in the world.
So what are you saying? You want to rape 10 white guys?
My point is if I'm going to deal with all their racist fucked up shit,
okay,
I want to at least talk to them and see what the fuck is going on and why don't I get some bread out of this?
Yeah, at least tell me what's going on. Let me make a choice.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm dealing with the bread, because these people don't have to deal with anybody criticizing them. They're living in they're in Antigua.
Got you.
You know what I mean? They're on the island. Nobody's talking to them at all. So, Charlamagne just finished his meal. He's good to go.
Man, I'm so goddamn focused now.
It's happening. Podcast begins now.
All right, now what was the other thing we were talking about? You something else you said you wanted to talk about.
Well,
it was
stands. It was stands. But there's something about this race shit that is interesting to me. Why is it you're allowed to? There's certain people you're allowed to make fun of certain people. Obviously, if you're in a press group, you're allowed to make fun of people, right? Like if you're a gay guy, you definitely get away with making fun of other people. A gay guy.
I've never seen a gay comedian though, so I don't know.
I have.
You have?
For example, if a gay comedian made a joke about black people, I think he would get away with that before a straight white male comedian would get away with it. There's something about like being in a press group, you're allowed to get away with some shit. Okay. Would you be as offended?
If a white guy made a joke about black people?
No, if a gay comic.
No, you can't ask me these questions because I don't get offended. There's nothing that really offends me. You know what I get offended? I get offended when somebody else gets offended.
Me too. Oh, you know
fuck. I'm outside of my own head enough to know that, hey, what doesn't offend me may offend the next person. So when I see somebody else offended, I'm like, oh shit, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, maybe you shouldn't have done that.
That's why I can't hang out with Meek Mills. It's just too much pressure.
What do you mean?
Like, it would be too much, just the neediness. Like how often, like if we're at the club hanging out, do I need to post a picture or else Meek is upset that he invited me to the club but I didn't post no fucking pictures?
Let's be clear, I got a couple homeboys.
Did I like that?
Right now.
Get the fuck
I had one of my homeboys text me the other day. This is on my born day. And It was when we was on the boat. I mean, I had a boat ride. I had a boat ride for my born day.
Oh, great party, by the way.
Yeah.
Fucking great party.
So
if you weren't invited,
so I'm posting pictures to the gram as we're going along. You know what I'm saying? Us having a good time.
Great party.
And I didn't even. The funny thing is that was June 25th. I didn't see the text till last night.
Okay.
Because I went to text him just to say what's up, how you doing? He texted me and said, yo, thanks for everything. You be good, bro.
Who is this? Who is this?
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying his name because he's my guy.
Do I know him?
You know him.
Oh,
but he's like,
fuck.
It's like,
wait, is it who I think it is?
yeah. So I tell Wax, and Wax goes, oh, y'all broke up? Because it sounded that feminine.
I love this dude though.
I love him too. He's a good dude.
Man. He's a good dude.
He's a good dude, man. But it's like, come on, man. We're better than that as men. Men shouldn't be that sensitive. Men shouldn't be that emotional.
Yeah.
Like I got another homeboy who's from Columbia, South Carolina.
He was hurt, man. He was hurt a little. Like
I got another homeboy from Columbia, South Carolina. We did some business. The business.
Be good, bro.
The business was a little off.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't nothing like, okay, this ruins our friendship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I hadn't spoke to him for a couple weeks.
Right.
I called his phone on Saturday night when I was in town. He don't pick up. He called me back a couple days later. Man, I didn't pick up, man, because, man, I ain't gonna front, man. I was hurt. I'm like, hurt by what? I just feel like, we had a falling out and things ain't the same between us. I'm like, what? Am I in the fucking Twilight Zone?
Hey,
Am I fucking men and don't know it?
Hey, man. Thanks, Drake. Thank you, Drake. You turned all the goons into fucking
these are goons.
Hey, I believe it.
These ain't just guys. These ain't no emo. We ride around listening to J. Cole ass dudes
if
all day.
If the other one is who I think it is, I would not expect this type of behavior in the least. And even knowing this, I still wouldn't mess with that dude. You know what I
don't
mean?
know what it is. I don't know if it's social media that's making these guys like that.
I think they really, honestly, I think they care about you as a friend. I think on some real shit, not like some gay shit. I think they care about you as a friend. And when you care about somebody a lot and they don't invite you to their birthday party, like that shit. I remember. Hold up.
I didn't.
When I was a kid, this kid didn't invite me to his bar mitzvah.
Okay.
Right? Bar mitzvah is when the Jewish kids turn 13, they got a party that says that they're a man.
All right.
And it's a big deal. Everybody got invited, and I didn't get invited. And I stopped talking to that motherfucker. And then he sent me a friend request on Facebook, and it took me everything in my heart to be like, oh, now that I'm on TV, you want to be friends?
Listen, you know why I didn't invite him to this function?
Yeah.
Because whenever I bring him out around my peoples, he sits in the corner. He looks angry.
But
he doesn't talk to anybody. No. You can't be like that.
He's not upset.
You look like you don't want to be there. So why would I invite you to next time?
That's why I hate parties, man.
Why?
Because I'm only cool with a party if it's a surprise party, because I don't want the responsibility and anxiety.
Of socializing it.
No, not socializing. I love the social. I love socializing. It's of inviting everybody. I don't want to feel like I didn't invite. For that party, there was only 75 people that came, so a lot of people didn't.
That's funny. That's funny you say that, because I didn't not invite him. I left the invitations up to, my peoples, like my homegirl Marty, like Remy, and Naima. I left it up to him. Yeah. I see you every week. So I'm like, yo, I'm having a party tonight. Come, whatever. Come. This
is a lie that Charlamagne is telling right now. He did not leave it up to them. Okay, this is definitely because you definitely invited my brother. Gregory got the late invite. And
Greg's here. I see Greg every week.
And a +1 that he didn't even use. You could have used that for. You could have used that for your boy.
Okay, I mean, I didn't really think about it in that.
Great party though. I had such a great time.
Did you stop rubbing it in already?
Oh, dude, it was so much fun. The music got crazy at the end. We're all dancing.
Break dancing. Oh, it was crazy.
Oh, dude, it was
cigars.
So much fun. The cigars.
Open
great.
bar all night.
The cigars was such a great addition to the party. Oh, and on the boat, you got to see the beautiful pictures. Oh, my God.
The moral of the story is, guys, stop being so fucking
The girls
sensitive.
were fucking everybody. Every girl at the party fucked like 3 dudes. Like, it was so easy to get fucked there. They were fucking everybody.
Guys, stop being so fucking sensitive. It's not that serious. And guess what? If you do have a problem with your homeboy, pick up the phone and call him and say you don't like what's going on. I would rather you sound like a Drake ass person on the phone with me or in person than over social media. I would much rather that.
So what's the best way to tell your boy you're feeling hurt? I just say you're not allowed to feel. You're just not allowed.
Listen, how about just address the problem?
Oh,
how about just call your homeboy and
say,
be
yo,
like,
what's up? Why am I not invited to your party?
Yeah, or whatever's bothering you, whatever it is. Yo, I didn't like the way you said this, or yo, man, I feel like this ain't happening. Like, say it. Don't tell me shit like things ain't the same between us.
Some Hallmark card.
What the fuck?
Hallmark breakup card.
Don't text me and say,
hey, listen,
you be
man.
cool.
Listen, you live your life.
Yeah. All good.
You know what? You showed your true colors.
Thanks for everything. Oh, good, bro. I'm like, you be good. What does that mean?
I got kids to take care of. I can't be taking care of you too.
This shit sounds fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Meek Mill, you sounded crazy when you were saying that shit to Wiley.
So what? So just don't be sensitive. I think that's what it comes down to. Just you're not allowed to be sensitive. We can't allow the sensitivity. We're rewarding sensitivity.
Yeah.
That's what it is. We reward this sensitivity.
But is it really a problem with being sensitive though?
Like what I'm you know what it is? It's not sensitivity. It's not giving yourself a tech. What do you say? Think. Don't act off emotion.
Yeah. It's okay to be emotional. But just don't act off that emotion.
Don't act. Just take your like. Sometimes you feel something. Oh man, I'm really pissed off about that. Sit in it and then go. Oh wait a minute. You know what? That was a business move. I understand what he did right there. Just if Meek looked at Wale's Twitter like apparently you do, and noticed that he didn't tweet since
until Thursday,
then he would have been like, you know what? I'm fucked up.
That's ego too. You think that you announced your album release date on Monday,
and that Wale can't wait to see.
And not only that, everybody knows. Everybody's like, oh yeah.
Listen,
fuck
Meek,
that,
nobody was excited about your album release because they were too busy buying Robin Thicke's album.
Oh no, nobody bought Robin Thicke's album. Fucking listen, let's talk about goddamn Robin Thicke. First of all, if you don't know, Robin Thicke put out an album called Paula, named after his estranged wife, Paula Patton. He's trying to win her back. I thought it was a bad idea from the start for this one reason.
Because it could flop.
Based on the success of the fucking project.
There comes your relationship.
If it's platinum, boom, you're everywhere. Everybody's talking about you. You're doing interviews, talking about your woman. She can't escape it.
Oh God.
If it flops, nobody even wants to fucking talk to you, dog.
And how many records did he sell?
25,000 his first week in the U.S., 530 in the United Kingdom.
People sell more records in Times Square on the street than Robin Thicke sold in England.
Listen, his last album, the last album, Blurred Lines.
Gucci Mane sold more albums.
Yes.
Of fucking Trap God 11 or whatever the fuck it is.
Let me put this in perspective for people. Last year, Blurred Lines, Robin Thicke sold 177,000 copies first week.
These numbers seem so shitty compared to when we were growing up and people were selling millions. It's so crazy to even fathom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's a respectable number, right?
177,000 last year, Blurred Lines.
Yeah.
This year, Paula, 25,000. In the UK, last year, his album sold like 26,000 records. This year, 530.
I just can't.
Yo.
How shitty do you feel if you're one of the 530? Like you're just this English dude.
How shitty do you feel if you're Paula Patton and you got to hear people say, Paula flopped?
Fucking true.
Paula flopped.
Oh, God.
Paula flopped. What you mean Paula flopped? That shit, I didn't fucking flop. I'm doing fine out here. I got a movie coming out with Denzel.
What if they just cut the movie? What if Denzel was like, nah, we can't release this movie?
Nah, why? Because Paula flopped.
Paula couldn't even sell 500 in the UK. How the fuck's she gonna sell tickets, dog?
What made Robin Thicke believe? And then Robin Thicke's a nice guy. I met him before a couple of times. What made him think people cared about him and Paula's relationship? It's not like it was Jay and Beyonce, dog.
Even their relationship, apparently, we don't care about because their tour is struggling.
Bullshit.
I heard
was a rumor somebody put out that was hating.
Okay.
That tour is on pace to gross $90 million.
God bless.
Exactly.
Okay. God bless. Okay.
If it was Jay and Beyonce,
okay,
and Jay was like, I got a makeup album to Beyonce, we're going to get that.
Okay. Who do you think we care more about? Robin Thicke or Paula?
Okay.
Or that chick Kendra and her football husband that had the show on E?
Two different lanes because Kendra and Hank Bassett They're television. You know what I'm saying? Music is a whole different lane, and neither one of them, to me, Robin, Paula, Kendrick, Hank, transcending the mainstream America.
Okay, who do you think? Who do you think we care more about? Paula and Robin Thicke's relationship, or Wax and the new intern he will sexually harass at Power 105?
Definitely Robin and Paula. Listen, we care more about. Chris Brown can come out with an album right now and say it's a makeup album to Rihanna. That relationship is 6-7 years old, and he would sell more than goddamn.
I think it reflects the woman.
Robin.
I think we don't care about Paula. I don't care about
Chris
Paula.
Chris puts out an album called Rihanna, we all in.
If Chris puts out an album about the Asian chick, what's her name? Karuchi?
Not Cowabunga. Nobody gives
Cowabunga.
a fuck about Cowabunga.
My point exactly. If he puts out an album about Kawasaki,
yeah,
nobody's buying it.
Nobody would give a fuck about what he has to say about Kente, yo.
About Kunta Kinte.
Whatever the fuck.
Yeah, okay.
Nobody would give a fuck.
So the Tamagotchi album by Chris Brown is not going to do well.
Nah.
But if Frank Ocean, if Frank Ocean puts out an album about
his boyfriend,
George,
the album.
I don't know if we give a fuck about George, but if he put out an album about Sam Smith,
oh man,
oof,
oh we all in,
oof,
we all in. Listen, that's what I said. Robin should have did. Robin should have took the Sam Smith route. Sam Smith's got a great record right now that could apply to Robin's situation. Stay with me. Yeah. He should have just made a nice generic record like that.
You don't have to be about Paula. Let us think about it like it's our girl. Why? Maybe that's the other thing. Maybe we want a generic album so we can put our feelings onto that shit. I don't want you to put someone's name in it because now I can't apply that.
You know why that's true? You know that's true because when you're singing a rap record, right?
Right.
You'll replace your name with the rapper's name if you really feeling that song.
It's like a POV porn.
Yeah.
Like you getting your dick sucked.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like, Jeezy had that one song, Jeezy like to drink, Jeezy like to, but I used to always be like, Charlotte like to drink, Charlotte like to smoke.
But it is true. When you rap some song, it's like on a canopy, you know what I mean? It's like,
it's
you're
you.
Jay-Z.
I'm home. This is me.
And I don't want to rap about Paula Patton.
I don't give a fuck. If I want to throw on some mood music, I'm not throwing on some shit you customized for your woman. You customized it so much that you put her goddamn name on it.
You're describing the way she looks.
Give me some generic shit,
Mission
dog.
Impossible 4. You're just saying random movies she's in.
Listen, man. Robin, if your relationship wasn't over yet, it's over now, dog.
Okay, so game over.
I can't live with you. You know what he did? I said this shit on the Breakfast Club, but you ever seen the episode of Fresh Prince when motherfucking Trevor proposed to Hillary and he bungee jumped? Hillary, will you marry? Boom! Because the rope was too long? Yeah. That's what Robin Thicke did. Paula, will you get back with? Boom! Goddamn rope's too long, Robin.
Oh, poor Robin.
No, it ain't poor Robin. That was a terrible idea from the start.
So here's the question. Where are the Robin stands?
Robin don't have stands. I'm going to tell you who got stands. People like Nicki Minaj has stands.
LeBron's
got stands.
LeBron stands drive me fucking crazy.
LeBron stands
drive me fucking crazy.
Robin Lundberg, show on ESPN. Robin Lundberg is a LeBron stan, by the way.
Okay.
He had people calling in this morning to say what they would give up if LeBron would come to their team.
Ugh,
it was guys saying they would give up their finger. This one guy was like, I wouldn't want it to get severed, but if I woke up missing a finger,
and cool. LeBron was on the team.
Yes.
I like that though. That's ill. That's a cool way.
This other guy was like, yo, I would give up a month of my salary for every season that LeBron was on my team. It was specifically for New York though. If he was on the Knicks, I'm like,
I thought this was Cleveland. If it's Cleveland, I understand it because life is so
it was New
miserable.
York. Robin was saying if LeBron came to the Knicks, I was like, yo, this is some fucking freakish shit.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. I don't think I would. I don't know if I would want LeBron on the Knicks, to be honest with you.
Nah.
I like being an underdog.
No, you don't.
I like more than anything to be an underdog. That is my in life. I like that.
Technically, LeBron is still an underdog.
How the fuck do you figure that?
Because he just lost the championship. Okay, LeBron's 2-3 in finals, and you got to think what LeBron's chasing. LeBron's chasing legacy. So compared to everybody they compare him to, the Magics, the Michaels of the world, he's still an underdog. He's the best of his era.
In this era, he's not an underdog.
No.
When he's playing against the fucking Spurs, and Tim Duncan can barely run up and down the court because his knee's all fucked up, and Manu Ginobili's got a bald spot. He looks like Jeff Van Gundy out there. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then you got who else is
Tony Parker,
Kawhi
Leonard,
Kawhi Leonard. So it's like
Karuchi Leonard.
Yo, what is that? What is that green shit that they put in the sushi? No. The green avocado almost looking stuff that's really spicy that they put in sushi.
Do I look like the type of person to eat that shit? I know what you're talking about. The kiwasabi.
No. Wasabi. Kimosabi. Hibachi. It don't matter. Whatever Chris Brown did it. Okay. So incredibly racist what we're doing right now, but it's okay.
Nobody gives a shit. We're only talking about Chris Brown's concubine. Nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, it's no big deal. Yeah. Okay. So all right. So where were we talking about?
Stands. LeBron stands.
So LeBron stands. I don't even know what we were talking about.
You were talking about LeBron.
Yeah. So I don't think he's an underdog because those guys are so old. They're the fucking underdog. Even next year, if he stayed with the Heat, he would still be the fucking, in every movie, the guy with muscles who can swing the sword really strong, and then you have some scrawny ass pilgrim who finds a way to beat him. He's Goliath. He's always going to be Goliath.
I never looked at that Heat Spurs series like that. That's the thing. Like, I've never, as great as LeBron James is, I've never looked at him as Goliath. I've never looked at him as dominant. I've never looked at him as, when Michael Jordan comes out there, it's like, oh my God, there go Big Dick Mike. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't
Dick talk. We got it.
I simply don't look at LeBron like he's got a big dick. That's all it boils down to. Like, I'm not scared of LeBron's dick.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if LeBron had a big ass dick.
I'm not scared of it. He never comes out there like, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you with this big ass cock. He don't have that kind of aura.
He walks bow-legged enough to you think he might have a big dick. And he's slant-footed, like his feet go out like this, like he's making room for the dick when he walks. It don't reflect
on the court, though.
Maybe the way his game, he doesn't have big dick game, but he has a big dick gait, which is the way you walk. I think that he could have that. But Jordan definitely had big dick game.
The biggest dick ever.
Yeah.
You knew he was about to get fucked.
Your throat was going to get just torn apart.
He started gagging as soon as he walked on the goddamn court.
Before he even dribbled.
What?
The second Scotty was like, Michael.
Listen, as soon as you see Mike walk on the court, your butt automatically starts farting crazy. Your butt starts queefing immediately. You already know this motherfucker's coming to fuck me.
You
up. There's nothing I can do about it.
You know what you do? You spit on your hand, put some on your butt.
That's
why make it easier.
Do you know that's why Michael Jordan was undefeated in finals?
Why is that?
Because even if you went up on them by 10 points, 15 points going in the fourth quarter, you knew, oh, you got the audacity to fuck me back? I was only semi.
Oh, and then
wait
he went
till I get fully erect. Oh, now I'm gonna fuck you, Byron Russell.
Yeah, that's right. Byron
You're gonna
Russell.
get fucked. Oh, Charles Barkley in the Phoenix Suns. Oh, you about to get fucked.
Oh yeah, Barkley got that shit good. That's why he put on all that weight.
Yeah, you gonna get this dick, dog.
That post rape weight.
LeBron don't have that. Even Kobe got big dick talk. Kobe got big dick aura, man.
Yeah,
that's Big Dick Jelly Bean Bryant right there, dog. He got it.
Bean Bryant.
But back to the stands, because I was thinking about this week because it pissed me off because I was in Anguilla and the BET Awards was on, and I tweeted out, what are y'all stands going to do when Iggy Azalea wins Best Female Hip Hop Artist? Because I really felt like
there's no way.
If BET was playing fair, Iggy should have won that award this year.
What has Nicki done this year?
That's all I'm saying. Just this year, Nicki, and don't get me wrong, Nicki hasn't put out an album. She's put out great freestyles. She's put out great records.
But what did she didn't put out an album.
No,
and
exactly.
Iggy is the number one female hip hop artist in the world right now.
Nah, still Nicki.
Iggy's song is number one. Where are Nicki's songs
Iggy's
being
the
played?
hottest, but Nicki's still number one.
Okay, I'm not talking about the best. I'm just talking about who's putting stuff out and who's getting the most radio play.
Oh yeah, without question. Iggy's been number one for 6 weeks for Fancy. She was on the record with Ariana Grande. That was number 2.
She is number one right now. When Nicki drops her shit and then her song comes out,
give it back.
Give it back.
That's it.
It's just like when Jordan left the game for a minute. When Jordan left the game. Fucking who was it? It was
like Shaq.
No. It was the Rockets. What's his name? Hakeem Olajuwon was the baddest motherfucker on the planet.
Yeah.
And the second Mike came back, give me that back.
I can't get at the Iggy. I do just feel like she deserved to win it this year.
Who else has it now?
Nicki still got it. Nicki still reigns supreme.
But she's not doing anything. And the fact that she
even
went at Iggy at the BET Awards.
The Spurs won the championship this year.
Yeah.
But LeBron's still the best on the planet. Player-wise. So but Iggy won the championship, but Nicki's still the best.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Female on the planet.
In my opinion, Nicki wasn't playing this year. I'm thinking Nicki took a sabbatical this year.
She kind of did. Yeah, she didn't start putting out records till earlier this year.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm with you.
Is Nicki, Nicki just took time off. Is she better? Yeah.
Yeah.
She's Jordan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's better. But I think Nicki knew that Iggy was the hottest shit right now. She saw everybody react to the performance. She saw how people were going crazy.
Yeah.
And she felt some type of way about
Yeah.
it. And out of insecurity, she attacked. She attacked because she was like, wait a minute, this motherfucker is trying to take my goddamn crown.
I mean, yeah.
She tried to cut Iggy's legs off.
She did. Competition is good, you know, but my thing was when I tweeted that, Nicki's fans got mad at me. Like what I said was some blasphemous. You used to be a Bob and you used to ride for Nicki. I still ride for Nicki. I think Nicki is probably the king of New York when it comes to New York MCs. But as far as best female hip hop artist this year, Iggy should have won that award.
Yeah, because she put stuff out this year.
She's been number one on Billboard charts for damn near 7 weeks.
Here's the thing. Stans, and I was thinking about this. Stans, and we're referring to stans are just fans like the Eminem song, you know. Yeah. So stans
don't think objectively.
Do not think objectively. They are like mothers to their male kids.
Absolutely.
You know, a mom to a male kid, doesn't matter what your fucking son does.
You love them.
They could kill somebody.
Yeah.
And you will find a way where that person deserves to be killed.
And that's why stans are no good. And I'm saying this to all stans out there that are listening. What the fuck is your life about? Because nobody wants a yes man around them or a yes woman. So if you're constantly just telling me I'm great, I'm good, I'm the best thing since sliced bread, if you're constant, which isn't which is a stupid ass analogy nowadays.
Why?
Because sliced bread isn't really good for you.
But think about what it was like to have a sandwich after bread got sliced.
Yeah, before you knew it was a terrible carb and before
No, I'm saying gluten. When you just had loaves and you were trying to rip off a piece and put some turkey in between it and rip off.
I never thought about
and then
that.
A motherfucker sliced that shit. You had a perfect little sandwich.
Made your fucking life easier.
Shit.
Okay, yeah, that's
the best thing since sliced bread is a great statement.
Best thing since sliced bread, right?
Yeah.
You can't constantly tell me this.
Fuck gluten.
Where's the reality in that statement? There's no objective thinking. You can't constantly tell me I'm the greatest, I'm the best. What if I put out a record that's whack? But all of y'all tweeting me telling me how great the record is.
That's why famous people are the last people to know that they fell off.
Exactly.
That's why that's why you see these famous people, you know, that walk around swagged as fuck, thinking they're the shit, you know, rappers and shit.
Absolutely.
And you're like, this motherfucker hasn't released a good song in 10 years because nobody comes up to him and says, yo, dogs, you haven't released anything for 10 years.
Absolutely.
All they say is, hey, my brother.
Absolutely. And all Twitter is a bunch of digital yes men. A bunch of digital yes men making you think that you're hot when you're really not. And I really can't stand stands because, like,
what's the difference between a stan? Because we criticize people who say if you support somebody, you're a dick rider.
Okay.
We openly have said that on this podcast. Okay. So how do we differentiate between
stans and fans?
And fans.
Fans love their artists, like stans do.
Objectively.
But we think objectively.
Okay.
If somebody comes out like, I'm a fan of Nicki Minaj, but to me, this just wasn't Nicki's year.
The song was whack.
No, I didn't think her song was whack.
I'm not saying you're saying that, but they can say that. They have the ability to go, I love her.
I love her.
Was whack.
You came out with Looking Ass and all that. That shit was dope, you know, but Iggy just had, you can't deny what Iggy did this year. That's it. And that's speaking from an objective fan base. Kanye West, I'm still a fan of Kanye. I didn't like the Yeezus album.
Yeah.
I don't like the rants that this guy does. I don't like Kanye Kardashian. I like Kanye West. That's an objective statement from a fan.
Do you think it's possible that you could love somebody so much that, just like a mother loves their child so much, that you can't be objective? That
that's what a stan is.
Impossible. But can we fault somebody for actually feeling that everything that person does is great? That's my feeling is if it's like literally, you know, when your girl loves you,
okay,
and you ain't shit, but she loves your ain't shit ass, so she just finds a way where everything is okay and all this kind of stuff like that. You can't fault her because in her heart she's like, you know, I just love that he fucking leaves his plate of macaroni on the thing, and I like cleaning after.
I mean, listen, it's your opinion if you think that everything this person does is great, but what bothers me is like people get so invested. Like, your Twitter name cannot be the name of the artist, real government name, and their stage name, and you got a picture of the person, and your bio is quotes to their lyrics. Where is your identity? What is being a stan going to do for you 10 years from now? That's all I wonder. That's what the fuck I want to know. Like, your whole identity, your whole being cannot be based off of this person.
But my point is, if their love is real, they feel that love, then it's not irrational to them.
It's obsession. Obsession is irrational.
Obsession is irrational for us. We could go, yo, that motherfucker is obsessed.
Yeah.
But to them, they think it's justified. They're like, I just love this fuck. I love Kanye so much. I think when he rants, it's fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
So my point is, like, how can you fault somebody for some shit that they feel is real?
The same way you can fault a murderer, rapist, and pedophile for doing something wrong. That Stan shit is wrong. Not only is it wrong, it's obsessive and it's kind of psycho. Let's be clear. The term Stan came from a crazy motherfucker. This motherfucker wanted to fuck Eminem.
Yeah.
He felt like him and them should have been together. He killed his fucking baby mom. Like, he bugged out.
Yeah.
Like, the term Stan is some psycho obsessive shit.
You know what? I want to get Stan head.
Wow.
Cause
Nah, Stan head might be kind of head where they bite your dick off because they want
try
to
keep it like a souvenir.
Yes.
I fucking wrote that shit. I was thinking about that shit.
That's the truth, yo.
But before they bite your dick off, tell me that won't be the best fucking blowjob you ever have in your life. Dick coming out of her ears and shit so far in her fucking throat.
I just really don't like that Stan shit, and I just want all people that are
So what
listening
do
to
we
this
want as
podcast.
fans? Like, cause we,
I want you to be objective.
but here's the thing.
I want you to be
feel-
constructive. I want constructive criticism.
But I feel sometimes when people try to be objective, I feel people are already insecure enough. I feel like we got two ends of the spectrum.
Okay.
One, people are too insecure that they can't give credit. They can't show love because they don't feel confident enough to be like, yo, I love what you guys are doing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we got a lot of people who show a lot of love with this podcast. And
It's
I'm
not standing.
No, it's not standing. It's just going, yo, I love what you guys are doing. I appreciate what you guys are doing. And to me, that shit means so much because there's no vehicle besides us that's putting this out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I love the love that we get for that. I don't consider that standing.
I don't either. What I call standing is when you are on Twitter and you're part of Rihanna's Navy and your Twitter name is Fenty. Fenty1, Rihanna's last name, and you got Rihanna as your Twitter avi, and you tweet about Rihanna all day long. Yeah. And if somebody says anything remotely what you deem negative against Rihanna, you're attacking them. Yeah. Like, that is fucking ridiculous, dog.
What if you're part of their fandom? Like, the Demi Lovato has the Lovotics and those.
Demi Lovato has. If you're a Lovotic, you're a stan.
But here's the thing: if you consider yourself a brilliant idiot because you fuck with what we say on this show, I don't consider you a stan.
I agree with that. But
you know,
you're a fan. You could be a fan. Like, put it like this.
If you consider yourself a brilliant idiot, because I think a lot of people listen to shit and they go, yo, I think about this shit and it sounds fucked up, so I don't want to tell people. But then when we say it, they're like, all right, I'm not an asshole for thinking this fucked up ass shit.
You're a fan. You're an admirer. But you should root for your celebrities the way you root for a team.
When they suck,
you with them and you say how bad they suck, how terrible they suck.
You stay with them.
You stay with them.
All right, there it is.
I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. I'm not a stan. I'm not sitting around talking about how we're the greatest franchise because I can't prove that shit.
Nah, this is a great point.
We suck for the past 15, 16 years.
You say every album that they're going to put out is going to be the best album, but when that shit ain't,
say it.
You say it as well.
Say it.
There it is.
Be objective.
Exactly. You support them when they're down. Because that's real.
That's real. That's being a fan.
But if they lost, if the album didn't sell anything, and somebody and I fucking tweet, yo, this album didn't sell shit. Don't tweet me like, yo, that's because people don't get it.
Yeah,
no shit.
Bullshit. The only reason you get it is because you're force feeding yourself to
You're
get
obsessed.
You're obsessed.
Yeah.
Like, yo, obsession and it is not fandom. Obsession is standing. I'm not with the standing shit, dog.
Unless you're trying to suck dick. Because that Stan blowjob is gonna be crazy.
And my thing is, what is standing? What is standing doing for the artist?
Well,
you're a yes man.
It's feeding the artist.
It's ego.
It's feeding the artist, and a lot of these artists, they want to be fed. I mean, who doesn't want to be? I want to be fed.
I want to be fed the truth. Okay.
You are very interesting when it comes to that, because I often ask you. You know, when it comes to like criticism you hear on Twitter, I'm like, what do you do with this kind of shit? And you say you like it. You enjoy hearing passionate arguments back and forth.
You know why? Because my father always told me, you're never as good as they say you are.
You're never as bad as they say you are. That's interesting.
It's somebody's opinion.
But it's easy to get caught up in a habit of appreciation. You know what I mean? Appreciation feels good. These motherfuckers, they tweet, you know, you see everybody just saying that you're great and shit like that. And they go, oh, I really enjoy this stuff. And then when someone says they're not great, they fucking block them.
But you know why? Because the passionate ones, I think human beings, we respond to passion. When somebody tells you how great you are and how good you are, it don't sound like passion. It just sounds like a passing compliment. Yo, I really enjoy the Billionaires podcast. Yeah. Really enjoy your stand up. Really enjoy you. You know, I really enjoy you, Charlamagne the Breakfast Club. Schultz, I really enjoy your so whatever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That just sounds cool. But when somebody says, you fucking fuck boy, I hate the fucking brilliant idiots with your motherfucking fucking awkward ass lisp. That shit sounds passionate. Okay, me and you need to talk, homie. I need to see what the, you know what
I want to sit down and talk.
Let's talk about this shit, dog.
Yeah. What's wrong with my lisp?
Let's talk about this shit. Like, I like passionate fucking shit. I like passionate conversations.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And like when people give you compliments, good compliments, it's not passionate. It's just cool. It's been passing. That hate is passionate. It's like a moth attracted to a flame.
Yeah, but don't you think that fucking hate sometimes comes from insecurity? I think it's easy for a lot, especially dudes. Dudes do this all the time. They're gonna shit on you, right? They'll be like, man, you ain't shit. You corny as fuck. And then you come back at them and you make, man, fuck you.
I don't think it's insecurity.
And then all of a sudden they go, insecurity, they're just not confident enough to go, yo, I really fuck with you.
I think that's true. That's true too. But I think it's more so envy.
But I think the reason they do that shit, be it because of envy or whatever, or insecurity, whatever it is, I think they do is because they're worried about being called a dick rider. And there is a difference between being a fan and being a dick rider.
Absolutely.
We need to stop criticizing people for being fans, because none of us would be here if we didn't have fucking fans.
You gotta have customers, dog.
Hell's fucking
Everybody can't be a fucking hustler. Everybody can't be out here selling the product. Somebody gotta be buying this motherfucker.
If a person puts out an album and they act like they don't want fans, they are a lying son of a bitch.
Listen, ask Robin Thicke how it feels not to have no fans in the United Kingdom right now.
When he goes to the UK, he plays Wembley Stadium like it's a practice.
And out of the 530 people who bought the album, only half of that shows up.
Showed up.
Exactly.
And one of them is Paula. Up. I told you. If I was Paula, I'd show up to every concert, sit front row, and go, see what happened?
Paula need to do a short film to put out on Funny or Die called Paula Flopped. And it's just her flopping all around the city like she's Chris Paul on the basketball court. Just like flopping all over America.
She's playing soccer in the World Cup.
I just, there's nothing wrong with being a fan. I think it's something extremely wrong and sick with being a stan. I think people that are stands, their psyche is a little fucked up.
Yeah, they just want to be part of something, man.
And it's not dick riding when you appreciate somebody. But us as men, like it's a catch-22 because we sit here and we call people sensitive and emotional. But if I walk up on somebody and be like, yo, man, I really appreciate what you do. Yo, I grew up on your music, whatever. It's like, yo, stop dick riding.
Yeah, that's unfair.
I'm not even, listen, I'm tweeting this morning about LeBron going back to Cleveland.
Yeah.
And all I simply said was, listen, when it comes to legacy, if LeBron goes back to Cleveland, wins one ring for Cleveland, that's like winning 6 rings anywhere else.
Agreed.
Just because of Cleveland Cavaliers have never won a goddamn NBA championship.
Anything. They never won anything. The city of Cleveland.
No, I mean, they have, but
no, they haven't.
They've never been to a Super Bowl, but they won like NFL championships before that. They even called it the Super Bowl.
No.
The Cleveland Indians won in like the 20s, the 1920s.
Nothing's happened in Cleveland for 80 years.
Exactly.
Nothing good.
So
people tweeted me when we were talking shit about Cleveland when we said it's Gotham.
Yeah.
You know, and they were tweeting me like, "Yo, that's fucked up," but yeah, it's kind of like Gotham a little bit out here.
Listen, so I said LeBron, it is like a LeBron, but without no Batman. LeBron would be Batman. You win one championship in Cleveland. Mm-hmm. It's equivalent to 6 anywhere else. And I said, yo, if he went back to fucking Cleveland, it'd be like one of the greatest sports stories, better than Rudy, right? So somebody goes, you just dick riding King James. I'm just stating fucking facts.
You know what that is? That's the insecurity right there. All that guy wanted was this. Hey, Charlamagne, can you acknowledge me? All he wanted was this guy that he listens to every morning on the radio, someone that he admires. He goes, hey, Charlamagne, can you acknowledge me? And the fucked up thing about us is we respond to negativity way more than the positivity.
Yeah, remember that old saying when they used to be like, you attract more bees with honey than vinegar? That shit ain't true on social media. Pour that goddamn vinegar.
Goddamn, they will come.
We coming.
Because hey, is that vinegar?
Yo, listen, even if I'm coming to tell you that you ain't shit and my life is way better than yours,
I'm gonna tell your ass.
Coming, dog.
Oh, this guy I was about to rip apart. I'm looking at his fucking picture today. You know, I'll start studying people about how I'm gonna tear them the fuck apart.
Yeah.
Just because of some negative shit.
Listen, this dude told me on Twitter yesterday, you need to really get rid of that donkey of the day shit. I tweeted him back. I said, Why would I get rid of
Some
the
success.
most highest rated segment of the show?
Let me guess what he said.
What?
I'm a fan, bro. I just wanted to say what's up.
No, he not yet.
Okay.
His next tweet was, "Oh nah, dog, that's got to be some bullshit. Numbers lie." I said, he goes, "You probably only have relevancy in New York."
All right, and then
I tweeted him back. I said, "Well, actually, the Breakfast Club is syndicated in 55 different cities across the country. So what else you got?" And he goes, "All right, bro, you got me there. I just wanted to say what's up, man. You know what I'm saying?"
this is exactly what I'm fucking talking about. Just tweet, just tweet, hey man. That's it. Just tweet, hey man.
I'll probably respond.
Honestly, I probably won't.
I'm an active.
I probably won't. I'll probably be like, why are you saying hey?
I'm an active Twitter guy. I talk to everybody. Listen, I love conversation.
Me too.
I love POV. I love hearing what people got to say.
Nothing better than that.
Nothing better than it.
If you got a unique, interesting perspective, female, male, I don't care what the fuck you are. I don't care what you are. If you have an interesting perspective,
I'm on you.
Shit.
That's what following somebody on Twitter is. I follow people whose POV I find interesting. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less.
Just say some interesting. When I tweet some shit about LeBron, give me an interesting piece of fucking information back, and I will respond to.
Let's have a conversation, a dialogue. Don't say you fucking dick riding LeBron James. You fucking fuck boy. LeBron ain't leaving you, bitch. Like I don't need all that, dog. I don't need all that. I really don't.
Yeah.
Another dude told me, I got a homeboy named such and such and such who got way more personality than you. So I looked at it, I tweeted him back, I said, cool. But what is he doing with it? I hope he utilizes it to help him reach his full potential on this planet the way that I'm utilizing mine.
You fit all that in 140 characters?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a little worried.
You might not have said utilize twice.
Like so the dude goes, yeah, I will, bitch. He goes, he will, bitch. So I retweeted him and put, cool, that's what I want. I want to see you prosper. Go work on your dreams. Oh, that's my new shit. Let me tell you something.
Kill him with kindness.
Kill him with kindness. That's my new shit on social media.
I want to see him prosper.
When somebody talks shit to you, no, be like, I'm living my dream. Go work on yours.
You already won. There's no...
Go work on your dream, dog.
It's just acknowledgement. There's just want to be acknowledged.
I had two people getting at me on Twitter talking shit to me. One of the guys, when I said go work on your dreams, he goes, you got a point. I'm going to work on my dream. Then the other guy came back and talked more shit. Then the other guy came back and goes, nah, he's right, dog. We need to work on our dreams and get on his level, and then we can really talk shit. I'm with go work on your fucking dreams, dog.
Yo, why?
This social media shit is out of control right now, man.
Why?
The moral of the story is control social media. Don't let social media control you.
Man, that seems to be the moral of a lot of shit. Don't let yourself be controlled.
It's emotions. You don't let your emotions control you.
Yeah.
You control your emotions. Even if you're emotional, you don't move off that emotion.
Don't let your emotional reaction to an artist control you.
That's it. And guess
be
what?
Objective.
That's all social media is. Social media is whatever we want it to be. You can get on your social media page and you can tweet mad positivity, or you can tweet mad negativity, or you can respond to people that are jealous and insecure of you, or you can respond angry. It's whatever you want it to be. If somebody pisses you off on social media, think of your emotions. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. Control your emotions. Don't let your emotions control you. When you do that, then you're controlling social media, not letting social media control you.
And then when you're controlled, that's a wrap for you. You already lost.
You lost.
Once you controlled, you're lost.
Once you're fucking controlled, you're lost. Now you're a goddamn new slave, like Kanye West has been trying to been saying.
Because you're being controlled.
Yeah, now I don't know, because we can't get into the fashion world and there's not enough billionaires, black billionaires. You're being controlled because you're allowed to be controlled.
Did you see that tweet? And I wanted to send this out. The top 10 entertainers. I just tweeted asking idiots. You just tweeted that.
Okay, cool.
But did you see that? The picture for the top 10 entertainers in the world?
I think I did see that.
Or the top 10.
Beyonce was number 1, right?
7 of the 10 of them are black.
Or black. I saw that.
7 of the 10. Now, I'm not saying only entertainers, or entertainment is the only place to make money. But, all this stuff about black people can't make it entertainment. It's so hard for a black person to make it over here. And it's like, how the fuck are 7 of the 10 highest paid entertainers black, and yet it's still impossible for black people to make it?
That's funny you said that, because
it's just hard to make it.
Listen,
not just for black people, for everybody.
For everybody.
It's hard.
Everybody in any field, and especially those fields like entertainment. The slots are slim. It's just like basketball. The slots are slim. Like, it's not a lot of jobs in basketball as an NBA player. Hundreds of thousands of people try to make it to the NBA every year. It's only 300 fucking jobs. If that. As far as entertainment, top 10, I saw that list. That's the first thing I said. I was like, yo, it's a lot of black people on this list, dog. It was like Beyonce, Oprah, Jay-Z,
Black people make
Rihanna.
10% of the United States of America. 10%.
13. It went down?
Sorry, 13%.
Probably because
yeah,
Probably
you're already killed out in Chicago.
Yeah, you're right.
Not to mention Mexicans
Holy
are coming in
shit.
like crazy. So you probably down
Yeah,
to 10.
you might be down to 10 right now.
So let's just say you should be, because of that, 1 out of those 10. If we're just going off of numbers.
Off of numbers.
1 out of the 10.
Yeah.
7 out of 10. You know how disproportionate? White people should be on this list complaining like, how the fuck do we make it in Hollywood with all these black people taking all the roles?
I feel what you're saying, but I feel two ways about that. All right, we dominate that field. And, you know, we dominate things like the NBA. I think like 80% of the NBA is African-American. Mm-hmm. But what do we dominate that really matters? That's how I look at things. You know what I'm saying?
Culture.
Culture?
Culture. You guys dominate culture. You go to Japan and you see these motherfuckers in Japan dressed like hip-hop videos from, you know, the 90s and shit like that.
But hip-hop's not a black thing no more. Hip-hop is a sensibility now.
No, hip-hop is a culture, which is dominated and pushed forward by black people. And culture is the most influential thing in the world. Those white people that we say control the world, they don't control culture. They didn't decide to wear Converse. They didn't make us decide to wear Jordans. They didn't make us decide to wear jeans baggy, now wear jeans tight. They didn't decide to wear fake glasses. Mm-hmm. Culture is the most effective tool. When you go to Africa and you see a motherfucking kid wearing a Dennis Rodman jersey,
yeah,
that shit ain't because white people were in Africa like, yo, come on, you got to wear that retro shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's
culture,
cool.
man.
I'm glad we dominate that, but I would like to see.
You think
I want to see us dominate politics and government and, you know.
You're the president of the United States, Charlamagne.
1 out of 45.
Oh God. Well, you just got the right
44.
You just got the right to do it like fucking 50 years ago. Do you know what I mean? Like you weren't even allowed to vote unless your grandpa did 60 years ago. Do you know what I mean? There was fucking Jim Crow laws and shit. So it's like, but still, you're the president of the United States with 13%. It's like, it's amazing the accomplishments. We keep on talking about the shit that black people aren't doing. I think we need to talk about the amazing accomplishments that black people have done, you know, in the United States, and celebrate that shit a little bit.
I think we need to stand for the fact that it's a lot more equality out here than we may want to believe.
Oh yeah,
because I don't believe the world. And I could be delusional, but I don't believe the world is being just looked at as black or white anymore. You know, I think we do because we're, you know, over 30, but I think these kids don't see it as that. I don't even think like with hip hop is a black thing. I think they just see it as a sensibility. It's a thing.
It's just hip hop.
It's just hip hop.
Yo, it's kind of almost like when hip hop started. It wasn't a black thing. Like, remember when the Beastie Boys?
Exactly. That was my other point. Like when everybody was mad at Macklemore at the Grammys, they get mad at Iggy. When was hip hop ever just a culturally black thing?
I think it became a black thing with the NWA movement. You know, it was like we're an oppressed culture, we're an oppressed people, and there was this, you know, hip hop sided with the oppressed black group, and all of a sudden it became this black white thing where you know,
but it was still white
the music
guys in
represented it. There were still white guys in it, but then they became the white rappers. Whereas in the beginning,
it was just rappers.
It was, first of all, it wasn't a down south thing. It wasn't a West Coast thing. When rap started, it was a New York thing. If you were part of New York, which New York has always been like this. If you're part of New York, it's not, oh, white, this, that, the other. It's where you from? Oh, you from Harlem? All right.
I never looked at the Beastie Boys as white rappers.
Nobody did. And I
never.
think they're grandfathered into this shit.
I never looked at them and was like, oh, they're white rappers. Even when Run DMC did that record with Aerosmith, I never looked at that and was like, oh, this is so groundbreaking. I just thought it was dope music.
Yeah.
I love the guitar riffs.
But you could admit that, you know, it became a black cultural thing.
You know when it became a black-white thing? I'm going to tell you the first
I think it was NWA, but go.
No, I think it was Vanilla fucking Ice. Vanilla Ice was the first person I looked at and they was like, yo, he's a white rapper. He's posing. But I think it's the way it was set up. I think when I saw Jim Carrey, you know, spoof him on In Living Color, or when I saw Arsenio go at him, and he was the first rapper that I can remember being called out for being a fraud. You know what I'm saying? Pretending to be from the hood when he was like from Dallas or some shit, pretending to be from Miami, Florida, whatever the fuck it was. He was the first person I saw get called out as a fraud, and he was the first person I heard people say, you don't belong in this culture. But I don't think it was because he was white. I think it was because he was a fraud. That's what I think it was, because we accepted third base. Remember third base?
Yeah.
Motherfucking MC Search and Pete Rock. Motherfucking the Beastie Boys. Nobody gave a shit. I didn't look at them as white rappers.
But there's so many frauds in the game now. Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? There's so many like Pac was a fraud. Say what you want about Pac, but he went to fucking acting school. It's like, you're not thugging it, dog. You weren't fucking on these streets thugging when you're doing pirouettes. Yeah. You dressing in fucking stockings and shit like that.
Pac was human.
Listen, we fuck with Pac because he was human, but when you repping this thug life shit, you got fucking guns and shit on your stomach, but you doing fucking spin moves.
Pac is, listen, it only takes 2 acts to either make you one or. If you're doing spin moves, whatever, okay, you're an actor, you're a thespian, whatever. You shoot 2 cops in Atlanta, you're a thug. It don't take a lot of stories to make you who you are. Pac shot 2 cops in Atlanta, and Pac got shot 5 times to survive, and Pac said fuck everybody on the East Coast. Pac kind of earned those stripes for being a thug.
I'm not saying he didn't earn the stripes, but what I'm saying is, you're saying that Vanilla Ice didn't live it because he was born in fucking Dallas, right? But if you got hung out of a window by Suge Knight, I mean, don't you earn some kind of fucking like?
Yeah, it's the title called victim.
Victim. All right, maybe you're a victim, but you're in this life. You're part of this fucking life when you get hung out of a window by Suge.
That's probably when he started saying, I need to start making rock music because this rap shit ain't for me. This ain't what.
Yo, somebody give me some tattoos, man. I can't be fucking with this rap shit.
I can't be fucking with this rap shit. I'm getting hung out the window for shit that I did. I don't even know this Suge guy. He wasn't in the studio with us when we recorded I Baby. Why I gotta give him my royalties?
First of all, why has nobody got a fucking World Star or TMZ video of somebody get hung out the motherfucking window?
Oh my god!
How the fuck is this possible?
Nobody does that anymore.
Hey, no one does that anymore.
People still hanging people out windows.
Hey, come on, man. I've heard stories from you and people that are, the people in the community are hanging people out the fucking windows.
Ago, though. That was the 90s when that shit was
happening.
So
what's the new hang you out the window?
Retweeting you and saying fuck boy when you fucking fuck boy, hitting you in the fucking back of the head on World Star, the new hang you out the window. That's happened to me before.
Fuck, man. All right, you want to do some Asking Idiots?
Yeah, Asking Idiots, yes. Hashtag Asking Idiots.
Hashtag Asking Idiots.
This is a segment we do where you can ask us 2 brilliant idiots anything.
Yeah, so we got okay. Captain Levi just asked us, what's the worst situation you've been in as a man? Like, what situation was so crazy it changed you? Charlamagne, tell about that one time when a girl put her finger in your ass.
That was enjoyable. Let me see.
That changed you, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I got a few of them, man. I mean, there's a few things that changed me. Like, I remember one time I was pissy drunk. Pissy drunk when I was like 17, 18. Maybe I might have been like 19. Pissy drunk. I used to drive in this Lumina Caravan, and I just finished fucking this chick, cheating on my girl, left this hotel, almost got into a wreck. As I'm leaving the hotel, the guy knocked my mirror off, so the girl started driving, and we made it to the girl's house. I jumped back in the van and said, I'm gonna go to the studio. I drove to the studio, nobody was at the studio. So I said, fuck, I'm just gonna drive home. So I drove home, made it to my house, all the way from Charleston, North Carolina, South Carolina, went to sleep. The phone rings like 20 minutes later. It's my dude, Arab, who's dead. God bless the dead. It was his father who's dead. God bless the dead, Ricky Birch. And he called me to tell me that the block was jumping. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go get some money. Drunk as hell still. Grab my capsule of crack, put it in my fucking pocket, jump in the Lumina Caravan, drive. I get like a mile away from my mom's house. I just lose control of the motherfucking van. I go up this hill, the van goes airborne and literally wraps around the tree. I mean, wraps around it. So I didn't have a seatbelt on. So I flew out the back. The only reason I didn't die was because I didn't, think of how ironic this is. Only reason I didn't die is because I didn't have a seatbelt and because I was so drunk. I was numb, so the impact didn't kill me. So I go to this door. I crashed right in front of this dude's house. So I go knock on the door, asking for help. Dude comes to the door and literally looks through me. Like, he goes, holy shit, somebody's dead. I'm like, yo, I'm right here. He runs out the back door. He comes out. He was like, is the body in there? So I'm looking at this shit like, holy shit, am I fucking dead? So then, the ambulance shit come, the police come, my mom pulls up, she's crying. Then my father comes 10 minutes later. I'm like, yo, I'm in the ditch, like I'm right here. Nobody's paying me no fucking attention. Only person saw me after a while was my mom. They was like, is he dead? Where's the body? And my mom, they screaming. I'm like, yo, I'm right. I had to go up to my mom and grab her. Like, I'm right fucking here. So I went to the hospital. Wasn't nothing really serious.
Maybe they were just hoping.
Shut the fuck up.
Like, yo, if we believe it, he'll just die, and then we don't have to worry about him fucking all the girls in Monk's Corner and selling crack.
So I went to the hospital. Nothing was seriously wrong with me. They wanted the cops said the only reason he didn't lock me up is because he'd never seen nobody walk away from an accident like that. So that to me was a wake up call. Like, not only could I have died. Like, my father was like, yo, what if you was driving your little brother and nobody else would have survived that accident? They was in the car with you, yada, yada, yada. So that, to me, was something that changed me as a man. It made me be like, number one, I don't drink and drive anymore. I think at that time, I had stopped drinking completely cold turkey. That's when I was like, I really got to get my fucking life together, dog.
Yeah.
Like, I got to get my motherfucking life together. So, yeah, that was a moment that changed me as a man.
Wow. For me, it was the first time I finger fucked this girl.
Yeah.
No. For me, I think the craziest thing that happened, I remember when I was visiting a buddy of mine in University of Southern California, USC. And
the fake USC.
The fake USC,
real
sure.
USC's in South Carolina.
Whatever, I don't give a fuck about either. And I was visiting a buddy of mine there, and USC is in the hood. You know, it's just in the hood. The school itself is beautiful, but it's right in the middle of the hood. And we were just walking around, and we were walking down the frat row, a bunch of just frat houses on this one street. And we bumped into this kid, you know, just walking, you bump shoulders. And I was like a little drunk and shit like that. And he was like, what's up then? I was like, what's up then, bitch? You know, I'm from New York. I'm trying to be all fucking tough. I think it's some preppy ass college. I'm like, what's up then, bitch? You got a fucking problem, right?
You tweeted him some fuck shit.
Yeah, but we didn't have Twitter back then.
I know.
You know, that's how old I am. We were doing that shit on the fucking right there. 140 characters in your face.
In the street.
So, and I'm starting talking shit. All of a sudden, my buddy grabs me and starts to pull me back. He's like, nah, come on, just chill. And I'm like, nah, what's up? Da-da-da. Pulls me back. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? What's up? You know, what are we gonna do? All of a sudden, they just start to walk away. He goes, yo, you didn't see it? The dude had pulled his fucking pants up and he had a gun. Right? And I was like, oh, fuck, that's so crazy. That shit is fucked up. Da-da-da. We're walking down the street later. The whole street is shut down because somebody fucking shot somebody on that street that night.
God damn.
And in that moment, I'm thinking like, fuck, like that could have been me, yo. I could have easily been dead, you know?
That show how real God is, yo. It's been so many times in my life. I'm a very
And there's some crazy
person.
shit like
that. Is God. That's God. That ain't nothing but God.
So now I think about that shit. Like when I'm a hothead. Sometimes I want to bark on people in the street and stuff like that. But every once in a while I start fucking going, man, let me just chill with this fucking shit, man.
I feel like that about everybody and everything. You can't sleep on nobody. I don't give a fuck how tough you think you are. You know what fucked me up with
that shit?
What?
The UFC. The UFC got the most unassuming looking motherfuckers.
Motherfuckers will bend you up like a pretzel.
And they will destroy you.
The motherfuckers will bend you up like a pretzel, put cinnamon and sugar on you, and sell you out of Auntie Annie's.
Eat your fucking ass in Auntie Annie's.
I'm telling you. Those
have the fumes bringing people in. Like, yo, is that Andrew Schultz cooking right there?
Those motherfuckers will break you. They'll kick you in places you didn't know you could be kicked in.
Dude, and the only sign is their ears look fucked up.
Because
they got the cauliflower ears.
Yeah.
But besides that, but that's the thing that fucked me up about, like with boxing, you could tell a boxer. Knuckles fucked up, hunched over a little bit. Yeah. You know what I mean? You just know if a motherfucker's bad. But these goddamn UFC fighters.
Not just UFC, martial arts, period.
You could tell a martial artist?
No, that's on my point.
Oh, yeah, agree. But the UFC got everybody in this martial arts shit, and they could choke you. Like, back in the day, if you were tussling with somebody, they couldn't choke you and now you sleep. You know what I mean? Like, that's a real situation on the street, is you could get choked and put to sleep. And you're
in front of everybody and then get put on World Star.
And asleep.
Imagine
and they just make you all tucked up in fetal position.
Imagine you just think it's a regular fight. You put your do something. I'm about to knock this motherfucker. And he fucking sweeps your legs up from under you. Like, what the fuck? Next thing you know, you looking up. You got your fucking foot in your throat, choking you the fuck out.
No, and then when you're asleep, they put your thumb in your mouth. So you sucking your thumb like you're a fucking baby and shit. Imagine you're on World Star like this.
Listen, I learned my lesson about sleeping on people. I got a little cousin named, well, he's my younger cousin.
But he's big as shit.
No. His name's Brista. Brista is about 5'7", 90 pounds.
Brista.
Even to this day.
His born name is Brista.
Brista. Even to this day, he's like 5'7", 90 pounds.
Up with black people and these goofy ass fucking just Brian. Name him fucking Brian so he could get a job somewhere. You can't put Brista on a fucking
Brista. That's his name. So
Brista's robbing the register. The register ain't coming back normal when Brista's there.
You know what? You're absolutely right.
Of course, Brista sounds like iced tea.
We used to drink these fucking deuces of Bud Ice.
Yeah.
That used to be our shit. Get fucked up off Bud Ice, smoke weed. So I'm fucked up off Bud Ice one day. I'm drunk, sloppy, talking shit to everybody. Fuck you, fuck this, that, whatever. So I go to the store to get more Bud Ice, and this dude that I had an issue with, I see him, so I'm talking shit to him. I should slap the shit out you. He jumps in his car, I kick his car, I'm trying to fight him, whatever. So I go back to the block. I saw that motherfucker Michael. I'm gonna should beat the shit out of him, whatever. So I forgot to get the beer. When I'm at the fucking, I forgot to get more beer because I'm fucking talking shit to this guy Michael.
Yeah.
So Brista got 2 Bud Ices. Just give me a fucking Bud Ice, man. Nah, I'm taking this with me. I got some girls coming. What motherfucker? All this beer you drink from me? Give me that motherfucking beer. He goes, man, fucked up. I told you I got some girls. Man, shut the bow. I slap him with the bottle. Shut the fuck up. Fuck you think you playing with, dog? I'm me, motherfucker.
I'm me.
Right? So we used to have this stationary bike in the middle of the yard. So I'm jumping on the stationary bike talking shit like, this pussy motherfucker going motherfucking not give me a beer, motherfucker, whatever. Man, about 5 minutes later, out of nowhere, what?
Sarkeesian.
It's like,
He hit you with the Sarkeesian.
It's like somebody stuck something in my eye because he's so skinny. So he got this little fucking fist. So it was like, bow. I fall off the stationary bike drunk. I'm like this, like Popeye. I just see this little motherfucker running off. I'm like, I'm going to kick your motherfucking ass when I catch you. That motherfucker was out. I seen him about a week later. I'm like, I can't even fucking, I'm not even going to fight Brista, man. I deserve that. For acting like big, bad, tough motherfucking guy, I deserve that. That's why you don't sleep on no fucking
you can't
body.
Sleep on anybody.
Anybody can get the drop on you at any given time. Brista's 5'7", 90 pounds. Hit me in my eye was swollen for about
a good
3
2
weeks.
Yeah.
I had to wear a patch like fucking Slick Rick, dog.
You wore a patch?
I had to wear a patch, man.
Oh,
you know what's so funny? My fiance, our first date was supposed to be that Friday.
And you couldn't go on it?
No, I went. I had to put on that fucking patch.
And you went on that date?
Went on that goddamn
looking
date.
like Slick Rick.
And act like it was a motherfucking fashion statement.
And what did she say?
Everybody thought I was crazy anyway. Like I was always like off. People thought I was
beauty.
Yeah, they thought I was funny.
Off.
I was always me. I'm not saying this is me.
But that's the thing. When you're not regular, you can get away with anything.
With any fucking
that's just
thing.
Charlemagne. Yeah, he's just doing this shit.
He had a fucking patch on. We went to go see Set It Off at the movie theater.
And you just watched Set It Off with no depth perception.
And I was like, yo, this movie look good as shit. I wish I could see all of that motherfucker.
You only seeing half the characters?
Half the motherfucking characters.
All right, let's see what else. Where we at? What do you...
Everybody wants us to do live podcasts, dog.
Okay, what do you do if you're having sex with a girl during intercourse, she starts to have her period? You know what you do? Take the compliment.
That's right, dog.
Because that big dick of yours started that shit early.
You made her bleed. Don't even say that. First of all, number one, a period don't stop nothing but a sentence. That's all. You fucking that blood, dog. That's
exactly.
That's
you run that red light.
You
That's
run
what
that goddamn red light. Don't even worry about that. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, you don't never say that it was her period. You go tell your homeboys, I was beating that shit up. I made her fucking bleed, dog.
Exactly. Tell her that shit.
Abso-goddamn-lutely.
Say, yeah, that's right. That's your spleen.
Oh,
that's not your period at all. That's a part of your body that I just made burst. We should check you in.
Marie Therese Yoakum says, how much did See the God make from his PayPal birthday request on Twitter?
Say again?
You know, I did it on my birthday. I did a PayPal request. I told everybody give me $1.
Oh yeah. Did you make any money?
$230.
Really?
Yeah. $230.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought you would get more.
Motherfuckers was sending me fake ass requests. They was sending me shit like $2,000, $5,000. I went to check that shit. It was $230 fucking.
It's impressive you got money, but I really thought you would get more. You need to do a Kickstarter.
I would never do a Kickstarter now that I know that PayPal shit. I can't even I can't raise $1,000 on PayPal. Why the fuck would I do it for Kickstarter?
Yo, because Kickstarter, you get that money easier.
Well, this is a good one too. Which of the 48 laws of power do both of you guys live by the most? That's from At Life's Best. Which one do I live by the most? It's a few of them, man. I think don't offend the wrong person is always one of mine. But I seem like I always end up offending the wrong person.
I don't think you end up offending the wrong person.
I don't think so either.
Who did you offend that was wrong?
Nobody. Might give a fuck about these rappers and celebrities and shit like that.
They do, but that's why it works. When you offended Kanye, that shit only did good things.
See, that's the thing. Like with the 48 laws of power, it's not like one law that you live by all the time. It's like different laws apply to different things.
Situations,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know, like I like never outshine the master. I like, you know, don't commit to anyone. You know, I mean, it's a lot of different ones I like. I can't say one in particular.
I think one for me is, what is it, the one where you don't copy because you'll always be compared to that person?
Oh no, it's never fill a great man's shoes.
Never fill a great man's shoes.
Yeah.
You know, if you do your own thing, you can only be compared to yourself. You know? And I think that's why Kobe will never get the recognition that he deserves, because he's just trying to do Michael Jordan. So every time he walks down the court, he does that kind of fake limp. We see Mike. You know, when Kobe is one of the greatest basketball players to ever play the game, I'm always going to look at Kobe as a less good Mike.
But that's Mike's fault, though.
That ain't Mike's fault. That's
Mike
Kobe's fault.
Mike did that to the whole NBA.
But that's Kobe. If Kobe recognized that he's copying Mike's game, he should have realized, no, I'm just going to play my game. I grew up in fucking Italy. You know what I mean? Yeah. I grew up playing like these guys could play. You could do everything you want to do. You don't got to walk like Mike. You know what I mean?
What if his game is Mike's? What if his whole steez of him being a great basketball player is because he mimicked Michael Jordan? He's already got the natural abilities and the talent.
Yeah.
But being that he watched that game, he took that game plan and ran with it.
No, and I think a lot of people do that. They watch that game, they took the game plan, and they run with it. But just know you're always going to be compared to somebody like that.
Yeah.
You know, I think what you got to do is you watch that, and then you make it evolve, take it to the next level.
Yeah.
You know, you see what your predecessors do. You know, I don't even know if that's the right word. You see what your mentors do.
Predecessors, that's it.
Yeah. And then you add some shit to it. You go, oh, fuck, they were ill like this, but you know what? My strength is this. Boom, I'm going to add this to the game. And now we're not comparing you to Jordan. We're comparing Jordan to you.
I will say this, the last couple years that Kobe Bryant played, I saw less Jordan, more Kobe. And the reason for that is because he doesn't have the athleticism that he once had.
Yeah.
So he has to play older, smarter, wiser. So he's relying on his jump shot. His jump shot's money. You know, he's doing things like pump fakes, setting people up. He's just smarter on the court.
His footwork is incredible.
Incredible.
He got the best footwork in the fucking game. All right. How does a blind person know when to stop wiping their ass? Dope Dave asked us this.
Taste test.
I was thinking
test.
Smell.
Taste test. Wipe it with your hand and just keep putting it on your tongue until you don't taste anything but your fingers anymore.
See, I think that's I would not actually recommend that at all.
Yeah. Or ask somebody.
You got to shit with somebody the whole time?
Yeah.
I think you just smell it. I think you keep on wiping it, and then eventually you're going to wipe the paper and it's going to smell less like shit.
Or you can just keep wiping your ass, and what you don't get, let your seeing eye dog lick out.
That's what you got to do.
That's what you do.
Let your seeing eye dog lick it out. And if you got a cane, then you fucked.
Yeah, you fucked. So you better get you a goddamn seeing eye dog.
Maybe that's why blind people are always so mad all the time.
Because their ass is dirty.
Their ass be itchy as fuck just walking down the street, upset at you. You think you did something, but no, their ass is just crusting over.
Listen, okay.
What?
At James Hirschberger says, what's the most fun race sexually? Ask an idiot.
The most fun race sexually? I mean, there's two here. I mean, obviously, my girl is the most fun race sexually, whatever. But number two, I think it's it's in between. You gotta go Asian chicks will just let you do whatever the fuck you want. It's like having sex with a blow up doll, really. You just fucking throw them around. It's crazy.
That's how I feel about all girls.
But nah, black women got a lot of pride.
They do.
You know what I mean? There's there's too much of that pride shit.
I'm gonna say white girls. I'm not gonna say white girls. I'm gonna say white girls only because it's like a stereotype that white girls let you do whatever the fuck they want.
Latin chicks, bro.
Spanish girls.
Spanish just go in. They just go in so hard.
Man.
It's just. But obviously, my girl's number one. But after that, you know, just to clarify,
I had a Spanish girl suck my dick and tell me get the fuck out. I loved it. I was like, holy shit, and I acted offended.
Let me ask you: did she say like this? Charlemagne.
No, that wasn't her.
Could you leave my house now,
No.
Charlamagne?
This was another Spanish girl. She sucked my dick.
Take me to Chicago,
It
Charlamagne.
wasn't her. It was another one. She gave me head on an air mattress and told me get the fuck out. And I flipped it on. I was like, I'm not going nowhere. So you're not gonna just suck my dick and tell me get the fuck out.
Really?
Yeah, I turned it.
So then, what did you say?
I was really faking. I wanted to leave.
Yeah,
I was this bullshit.
You were
man.
making a point.
Making a point. Yeah, I loved it.
So then, what happened?
I left.
You just left?
I got the fuck out.
That's what's up.
And she
What
asked
did
me to
she
come
do?
back later, but I never came back.
Poor Charlamagne girl.
But I like white girls though.
You think
I
white
like
girls?
black girls too. When you get you a black girl that's about it and don't give a shit, I think black girls are funny, yo.
Okay, fine. Here's what I didn't even know this was something. Why do hoes ride in cars with their feet out the window?
Man, I saw a girl doing that shit yesterday. I hated that shit so bad. At first, I thought it was a dog. Cause you know how dogs hanging out the window. I was like, look at this big. I was on the phone. I was on the phone. I pointed. I said, wife, look at that Bigfoot bitch right there. That shit was so. But summertime, like they do that to keep cool.
Why? Because their feet just get too hot.
I guess.
They just can't stand.
And
the
they get
heat.
to cock their fucking legs up, open them goddamn pussies. They probably ain't got no panties on. Roll the window down, let that fucking air get on them toes and in that pussy hole. It keeps them cool.
I did not know girls do this shit.
I wouldn't even say hoes. I just see a lot of stupid ass girls do that stupid shit.
God, they just keep their feet out the window.
Keep their fucking
You gotta be
feet out the
proud of
window.
the bottom of your feet to do that shit.
You gotta have a mean pedicure to keep your
Yeah,
goddamn
you
feet
can't
out
just
the
be hanging
window.
your feet out of a fucking cabriolet.
Leonardo the Great wants to know, was that a bitch N-word move by Meek to vent his personal shit between him and Wale on social media? You could just go back to the beginning of the podcast. Somebody, okay, no. Have y'all ever
Worry
worried
about accidentally tweeting a nude. Close calls are scary. Nah, I don't really worry about that. I don't know why my nudes would be anywhere near anything that I'm gonna tweet.
Wow, this is a good one. Doobie Gibson _25 says, we kind of talked about it earlier, but is trolling the new way to prosper in this era?
Is trolling the new way to prosper in this era? Mm-hmm. Explain how it could be, because I'm confused. I don't know.
People want attention. Like you got, for yesterday, a girl tweeted me yesterday. She said something like, I'm gonna show you the girl because this is why it offended me. And when you see her face, you'll see why it offended me. It didn't offend me. It just made me be like, I know this hoe can't be serious the way she looking. Hold on. This girl told me I look like Master Splinter.
This girl was tweeting me too. Oh no! This is different.
That's her because I said caption her pic.
Yeah, and then I tweeted
Charlamagne the girl.
I see that Charlamagne because she does look like you.
Exactly, with a fucking little mini afro.
Yeah.
We're gonna tell me I look like Master Splinter.
Listen, if you cut the afro, if I just showed you right there, wouldn't you be like, God
Charlamagne
damn.
took a selfie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, oh, what kind of filter did he doing to even his skin out?
His skin out. But the point is, after everybody's killing her,
Yeah.
she gonna tweet out, haha, thanks for making me famous. I appreciate the followers.
Yeah.
I tweeted her back, bitch, you ain't got no new fucking followers. Shut the fuck up.
How much you want to bet she did?
I bet you she did not.
I bet you want to bet she did.
But that's what they say that because that justifies them fucking with us. They make it try to seem like it was some genius move. I trolled him and made him respond to me.
Oh, dude, this happens all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Acknowledge me. That's all they want is
That's all they
acknowledge.
fucking
So the
want.
best thing to do with these trolls is starve their ass.
Stop, they fuck. Don't feed the trolls.
Don't feed the trolls because all they want is acknowledgement. So I'm not going to give you acknowledgement.
Don't
if
feed
you
the
come on a
fucking trolls.
All right.
Hold on, like, cause the piggyback on that, people got mad at Joan Rivers because they said that she said Michelle Obama.
What happened exactly with that?
They asked her.
She's been in the news a couple times. She knows how to promote
She's
this book.
Joan fucking Rivers, dog. They asked her would she ever support a gay president. She said, we already have a gay president because Michelle Obama's a tranny.
Okay.
Everybody's like, oh, she's trolling. No, she's Joaning.
That's what Joan do.
Rivers, dog.
Yeah.
That's what she does. That's not fucking trolling. That's who Joan Rivers is. That's what she does. Period.
And we need to stop acting like Michelle Obama is attractive because she's not.
She's attractive.
No, shut the fuck up.
No,
Sean.
she is.
She is
She's
not
attractive.
an attractive woman.
She's attractive.
No.
She's
no,
attractive.
she's not. Okay, hold on. If she was not the first lady, you would send me a pic like, yo, look at this thing. You put her on the gram.
She's kind of my type, dog.
You get the fuck out.
I
First of
love
all, she
tall
speaks
women.
way too quickly. Maybe if she was
I
out
speak
there.
fast too.
Listen,
I love tall women.
okay,
I love
first of all,
tall
I've never
women.
seen you with a tall woman.
What?
Fiance is not tall.
No, not at all. I know. I said I love tall women. Not that I'm going to marry one.
Okay. You're telling me right now,
Yeah.
and take away your blackness.
Okay.
Right? You're just Charlamagne the human.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, Michelle Obama's face, what is it?
First of all, if I wasn't Charlamagne, right? This is Leonard Larry McKelvey from Mounts Corner, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Michelle is a dime. Because I wouldn't be doing shit with my life. Listen to me. Michelle is a dime.
You are phony.
I can't get to the Beyoncés and the Rihannas and the beautiful women like that. Michelle is amazing. I'm marrying Michelle in the hood.
Oh my God, you are so phony, bro.
I'm marrying Michelle in the hood.
It's people. This is how I know people are phony. First of all, she's 50.
I wasn't
She's
talking about her
50
age.
years old.
It was a hypothetical conversation based strictly off looks.
First of all, she's 50 years old. She looks great for 50 years old, but she's not a dime.
No,
you're not going to
said
compare
if
her.
I wasn't Charlamagne,
Come on,
and I'm
dogs.
just in the hood, minding my business. She in the hood. I'm trying to hit. I'm Michelle that played basketball. Cause you know she played basketball tall she is.
Why?
I'm trying to hit that.
Why?
Because she's tall and black.
Yeah.
You know she played basketball.
Yeah.
Well, you know Harvard in the hood.
Yeah.
She probably from the hood though.
How? Why?
Cause she's from fucking Chicago.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No. But
I don't think Michelle's ugly at all, dog.
look, I don't think she's ugly, but I don't think she's attractive. But I think there's something wrong with saying she's not attractive. We need to get over that shit. We should this is what you are. You're a stan for everybody who says Michelle Obama is attractive. Is a stand for Michelle Obama. No. Let me get this out.
I never said she was attractive.
You just said.
No, you
that.
asked me what I fuck. It's a difference.
Oh, you're an asshole.
Okay, be specific.
You're a fucking asshole.
Be specific.
You know what I'm fucking asking. You know what I'm fucking asking. Don't be all Mr. Oh, you didn't know exactly if I would fuck you.
I don't think she's ugly.
What is she? What is she scale from 1 to 10?
Just regular Michelle Obama?
Yeah.
Just straight aesthetics. She's about a 6 or 7. Straight up.
She's a 6, bro.
Yeah.
All right, she's a 6.
It's 6. It's 6 or 7.
And that's fine.
That's
and that
cool.
at least
That's
you'll
it.
admit it. At least you'll admit it.
Yeah.
But all these people are like, oh my God, Michelle Obama is so beautiful. She's so da.
But that's because they're
Let me ask you
factoring in
this:
everything.
who's better looking, Barack or Michelle? If you saw Barack and Michelle walking down the street together, you don't know that they're president or not president. My initial reaction is going to be, man, I hope they're related. You know what I mean? Because Barack is a good looking dude.
They both look good.
He could pull.
And hold up, we've never seen no pictures of Michelle when she was younger, dog. She's like you said, she's 50 and aging gracefully. Michelle might have been the baddest thing walking in Chicago.
You know very damn well that black women look the exact same age at 50 as they do at 18 years old.
Now they develop, they grow, it changes a little bit.
Man, you tell me a black
changes
woman
a
that
little
don't
bit.
look exactly the fucking same at 50 years old as they do at 18. Get the fuck
Let's
out
look
of here.
up some young Michelle Obama pictures. I never like. I hate when people clown Michelle like she's so terrible looking. Like when Joan says, "Oh, she's a tranny," when they were saying she looked like one of the planet, the look Caesar off Planet of the Apes. I never thought that shit. I never thought shit like that.
Hold on. Joan Rivers said she looks like Caesar
No,
from Planet of the
No.
Apes.
I said Joan said she looks like a tranny, but I said I've heard people say
She looks like
Caesar.
That's the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard. Humans are not bad.
I don't think she looks that bad. I really don't. I don't. Not at all.
I didn't say she looks bad, but we're not making her like. We can all admit she's not a supermodel. We can also admit that
course
Barack
not.
is better looking than she is. My girl's better looking than me. I can admit that. She is way more attractive on just an attractive scale than me. I know that shit.
Yeah.
Barack's better looking than Michelle.
They look like a great couple to me. They look like two people who belong together. Two peas of the same pod. They're a good looking couple, dog.
Listen, I think she's an amazing role model. I think she's incredibly intelligent, incredibly well spoken. I think she's in great shape.
Yeah.
You know, I think she's aging really well. Do I think she's hot? Nah. Do I think? But hold on. Here's the thing. This is where it's fucked up. Nobody was saying Hillary was hot. Everybody's looking at Hillary like she's a fucking ghost.
Nobody ever thought Hillary was hot. Like,
but
when Bill Clinton got head in the Oval Office, they was like, okay.
Okay, I get it. But and he got head from an ugly bitch. He had an ugly bitch give him fucking a stand blowjob.
Yeah.
And we were still like, I get it because Hillary's ugly. So my point is, I think we just saying Michelle is hot because, one, white people say Michelle is hot because they think it's racist to not. That's just what white guilt
Or maybe
is all
she's
about.
just the best looking first lady we've ever had.
Ask a white dude.
Her and Jackie O.
No, this is some real shit. Ask a white dude if he thinks Michelle Obama's hot, and then watch him sweat. Watch him sit there. Well, yep, she's stunning. She's a stunning beauty.
But you know, they're factoring in her personality.
They're factoring in their white guilt.
Her grace.
Since when do we factor in how often have you seen a girl in a magazine and be like, yo, that bitch graceful?
A lot.
The fuck out of here. You see some titties and an ass and you go, that girl's fucking bad.
A lot.
Come on.
Listen, man, like I said, I think Michelle's pretty. I don't know anything else to tell
I think you just saying that because you think you got to say it. Do I think she's a great first lady? Yes. Do I think she's an incredible role model? Yes. But based on attraction, do I think Hillary was hot? She busted. She's fucking
It hasn't
busted.
been any. Listen, I can't.
Hillary looks like she's been gardening on the moon.
What first
she's
lady?
busted,
Michelle
bro.
Obama is definitely probably the best looking first lady we've ever had next to Jackie O.
Yo, Jackie O could get it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Jackie
saying.
O
Next
could
to Jackie
get it. All right, now hold up. Let me look back at some chicks.
I'm just
Who
gonna
else
think
we
about
got?
Barbara Bush.
Now Barbara Bush looked way better than Michelle.
Get the fuck up.
Barbara Bush could get bent over
Bush
the Oval Office
looked
table.
like the fucking guy on the Quaker Oats box.
And I would fuck that dude before I'd fuck Michelle.
Barbara
With
Bush
the
looked
hat
like-
on. With the hat on.
Barbara Bush looked like Ben
I
Franklin.
give her some instant oatmeal.
Barbara Bush looked like George Washington.
Washington.
Yeah, not George W. Bush. George Washington.
Nah, Barbara Bush is bad. Barbara Bush is cute. I would give it to Barbara Bush. I think she was way prettier than Hillary. Hillary is crazy looking. Hillary looks like some shit in World of Warcraft.
She's sick too, dog. Keep
Who?
that in mind. Hillary.
What do you mean she's sick?
She's sick.
She got
Something's
like a
wrong.
disease?
Like something's wrong. Like Hillary going through some
Nah,
health issues.
you're just making that up.
Oh, they trying to stop her from being president in 2016?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
This last one.
Okay. Last one. You got one?
No. It's okay just to end it now.
Yeah, but
It's fine.
Yeah. I guess you're right.
Okay, here's a good one. Do you think USA should change the gun laws? Hashtag Ask an Idiot.
Oh,
That
you
is
just-
from
you just opened up.
Biowa Asiatic.
You just opened up. I think, and this is always an interesting conversation. I grew up without guns. I don't think guns are necessary. I don't think you need guns. Do I think? I think guns. There's way too easy access to guns in America. I think if you had more strict gun control laws, you could save lives. Just because in a lot of these like school shootings and these like shootings in general, the reason so many people die is because of the fact that there's automatic weapons. You know, if there was a fucking rifle and you only had 2 bullets in the fucking shit, then you have 2 people are dead and then somebody tackles this kid and then we're done.
Yeah.
You have an automatic weapon, you could take out 17 people. That being said, I do think if we took people being crazy more seriously and we took mental health more seriously, and when we had that weird kid in our class that every time you turn the lights off, he fucking runs out the class. And
I was afraid of the dark.
Motherfucker, if
That's
you
why they
afraid
build
of,
night lights.
if you 18 years old and you're afraid of the dark, you're gonna shoot up a goddamn school. Okay, that's some real.
Or maybe
shit.
you just saw a scary movie.
Yeah, if you are 18 and a scary movie makes you run out of the fucking class,
Now, listen.
we need to tag these kids
no,
like we do dolphins.
I don't
and
agree
we
with
do
that. I'm gonna tell you why.
sharks. I'm being dead serious.
If I'm sitting in the middle of a classroom and all of a sudden everything goes dark, I might run out too. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
you lying son of a
I'm
bitch.
serious.
You a lying son of a bitch.
It's no storm.
We need to tag you.
Listen,
we need to
it's
put a
no
fucking
it's
chip
no
in
fucking
you.
storm,
A
Schultz.
chip. We
Schultz.
need a chip in your neck
Schultz,
for
it's
when
no
you go
storm.
fucking crazy.
Schultz, it's no storm. If I'm sitting in my classroom and the lights just automatically go out, what the fuck's going on?
Not automatically go out. I'm talking the teacher goes, okay, we're going to watch a film. I'm going to turn out the lights. And then the kid goes, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then runs out the fucking class.
man.
You know what I mean? Just like a rhinoceros. Just runs through tables, runs through fucking chairs, runs out the class.
The
And
juggernaut, bitch.
The juggernaut. Exactly. Right? What do? We laugh because it's funny. Those motherfuckers kill people. Okay?
And it's also the people that don't say nothing in school and are really sane and sometimes really smart who kill people too.
No.
Listen, these kids that come up with these elaborate plans to shoot up schools, these kids are kind of very smart.
Ain't no elaborate plans.
Yes, it is.
What I think it is with these kids that are shooting up the schools and shit like that, I think that they're sociopaths. This is what I really feel. If you sense that someone doesn't feel remorse, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Like if I punch you in the face, right? Even if I'm angry at you, eventually I'm gonna be like, you know what? I hope he's okay. You know what I mean? I don't. You know what I mean? Like I hope he's all right. I hope everything's okay with him. You know what I'm saying? Eventually I'm gonna feel that. If you don't have that feeling, these people, there's one common thread through all sociopaths. They don't feel remorse.
Absolutely. That's why I don't even limit it to just kids that are shooting up schools. The hood, dog.
The hood in general. Look,
The hood
if we,
is full of sociopaths.
son. So, and I feel this way, and I'm honest about this. It's single things, not group thought. Group thought you can get caught up in.
Yeah.
Group thought is what killed the Jews with the Nazis.
Okay.
Right? Group thought is what gang warfare is all about.
Okay.
Oh, we're the Crips, we're the Bloods. All right, we're going to kill these people.
Yeah.
Everybody's involved. I'm talking about you're one single dude. You fucking take a dog and you break his neck when you're a kid. And you don't feel bad about that shit at all. You have to tag that kid like he's a fucking mountain gorilla or something like that, and make sure that we know exactly where he is at all times. Make sure that he can never buy a weapon. Make sure that he's eating 3 meals a day. Because this motherfucker is gonna crack.
I'm with you, and I'm the answer to the guy's question about gun laws. I think every state in America should adopt New York City's gun laws. I think they're absolutely fucking amazing. Like not only do they enforce the gun laws, and I think they should bring stop and frisk back too. I don't give a fuck. Even if some of us are complaining, like, black people complain and say they do it to us more, small inconvenience to keep everybody safe. It's just like airport security. I don't give a fuck. They need to do more of that.
Yeah, why aren't those same black people upset when the people at when they only check Arabs at the airport? Isn't that funny? That you never see those same black people.
Yeah.
We need to stop and frisk at the airport, which is what they do to Arabs.
Absolutely.
We totally okay. Matter of fact, it's those exact black people, the same people who go, well, they should be checking those motherfuckers.
Absolutely.
They the ones that's blowing up the buildings. Well, guess what? Who's fucking robbing people?
Absolutely. So my thing is, I'm all for the stop and frisk. I'm all for the enforcement of gun laws. But more so importantly, what New York does that a lot of other places don't do, especially Chicago, they prosecute the motherfuckers.
Yes.
Chicago doesn't prosecute. I was watching O'Reilly Factor last night. That's what O'Reilly was getting on the guy about. He was like, y'all don't prosecute. Instead of turning these guys over so it can become a federal charge and they can get fair time and they go to jail, you turn it over to the state and it becomes a motherfucking misdemeanor and they gone. They back on the street killing again. So yes, I think everybody should adopt New York's gun laws. To what you said about tagging people, I definitely feel like Americans got way too much freedom. And I almost want to save this for another podcast when we get talking to it in depth. But I really feel like Americans have too much freedom. Some people should not be allowed to think for their fucking selves. I really feel like that.
And if you prove to us you can't think for yourselves,
we will think for you.
We'll think for you.
And that means getting tagged, getting 3 meals a day.
That's it. And you got to eat those meals because when they get fucking hungry, that's when they can't think right. And they do some crazy ass shit. I believe that shit. We do a deal with Chipotle.
Yep.
We have them get 3 bowls a day, and that's it.
And whenever you think violent thoughts, you're going to feel a shock.
The second your trigger finger gets a little itchy, you get that shot. Now, what was that thing you just said right before this?
About what?
We were just talking about it right before. Maybe it was the gun laws or something like that.
I don't remember.
Prosecute right before prosecuting.
I don't remember.
Oh, fuck, because there was it was about the stop and frisk.
Okay.
They're like, stop and frisk is fucked up because just because I look like these people that are carrying weight or just because I look like these people doesn't mean I am, right? But it's totally okay when the fucking Arab dudes look like the terrorists. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So my point is, just like I was saying before, you just can't be upset. It's like, if you look, yes, you have the right to wear whatever you want in America, right? And we shouldn't be prejudiced based on that. But if you look like a fucking person who's robbing somebody, you got a bandana hanging out your back pocket, which is some gang shit. Yeah. You got a teardrop tattoo on your fucking face. Don't be upset if somebody assumes that you're a robber.
It goes back to what Mark Cuban said.
People to assume that shit.
It goes back to what Mark Cuban said. We all have our own stereotypes. We all have our own prejudices. It's just that simple.
I thought about some shit about that, the Mark Cuban thing. What? He was like, if I see a dude in a hoodie, a black dude in a hoodie walking down the street, I'm across the street. And, that's racist. And what I thought was, it's fucking June in Dallas, Texas. If I see anybody wearing a fucking hoodie, I'm crossing the street.
Not only am I crossing the street, I'm calling 911 and saying, this guy needs to be tagged. This guy that
he didn't have his meals, yo.
Motherfucker walking down the street that needs to be tagged. This is what we'll talk about on the next podcast.
Word.
America having too much goddamn freedom.
I love it.
But, all right, man. Thank you for joining us today. Short, you got anything you need to plug?
Yeah, man. Check us out. Me and Carly Aquilino are going to be at the Improv in Schaumburg, Illinois. And, come check us out there. I think we're there the 24th to the 26th or something like that. And then also make sure you check out the World Star Hip Hop Show. Shout out to World Star Hip Hop for putting up the Sneakerheads video. Thank you so much for everybody who watched that. Make sure you watch the Sneakerheads video and the other sketches that we have. You can check all the stuff out at youtube.com/the Andrew Schultz. THE Andrew Schultz.
When is the World Star Show again? August
23rd.
23rd at Foxwoods Casinos. Go get your tickets for that.
Yeah.
And as always, man, if you listen to this podcast and you learn something and you think we know exactly what the fuck we're talking about, you think we're on point, you think we're brilliant, You're right. But if you listen to this podcast and you're like, these motherfuckers were eating Chipotle during the shit, they didn't sound focused. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, tagging people. They're making jokes about seeing eye dogs looking blind people's ass. I can't stand those two idiots. Guess what? You're right too.
Absolutely right.
This is the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. See you next week.